Ezekiel 25:17. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
Only a Carpathian would come back to life now and choose New York. Tasty pick. Bonehead.
We were every bit the force. We live, we breathe, we sweat, we paid the price to be the best. Never been about the boys in the office. The boys that have gone out there night in, night out, doing everything they could to be the very best at what they chose to do in their life. Those boys are here tonight.
Well, I must have been away too long because my feelings are dead. I feel no remorse.
I only am who I am because I was born that way. I have a gift, and I am trying to not be selfish about it, but to use it.
My job consists of basically masking my contempt for the assholes in charge. And at least once a day, retiring to the men's room so I can jerk off while I fantasize about a life that doesn't so closely resemble hell.
It's my house, and if you don't like it, get the fuck out.
Grab a dog. I choke him, and I kick the shit out of him. And I all day long, I put up a dog's ass. Just bang, bang, bang up his ass. That's my pleasure.
Go back to bed, America. Your government has figured out how it all transpired. Go back to bed, America. Your government is in control again. Here you go, America. You are free to do as we tell you. You are free to do as we tell you. You are free to do as we tell you.
Sometimes shit happens. Someone has to deal with it. And who are you going to call?
Oh, you guys like to tell jokes and giggle and kid around, huh? Giggling like a bunch of young broads in a school. Well, let me tell a joke.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Hey, what's up now?
Brother, what's up?
This is a groovy party, man.
Yeah,
I
brother,
can dig it.
Stop. Right on.
Mother, there's too many of you crying. Brother, there's far too many of you dying. You know we've got to find a way to bring some love in here today. Yeah. Father, we don't need to escalate. You see, war is not the answer, for only love can conquer hate. You know we've got to find a way to bring some love in here today. Picket lines and picket signs. Don't punish me with brutality. Talk to me so you can see what's going on. What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? Oh, what's going on? Right on. Right on. Right on. see what's going on. Yeah, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. I'll tell you what's going on. Right on. Right on.
All right, it's the Ron and Fez show. Thank Marvin Gaye for his rebuttal to President Bush last night. It is the Ron and Fez show. I'm Ron, there's Fez Whatley.
Hiya, buddies.
Are you hypnotized right now, Fez?
No, I am not hypnotized at the moment.
Good. Thank God, I can't put up with that 2 days in a row. The man who wouldn't be hypnotized is Black Earl Douglas. Earl?
Right back at you, baby.
Earl, after seeing that yesterday, do you now wish that you would have been hypnotized?
I wish you had been hypnotized.
That's something I'm definitely considering.
Right.
Definitely considering.
I decided this on the show. We're either going to do a day where Earl's hypnotized, or my other idea, Earl on heroin, which I think everybody wants to deal with. Now, Fez, at the end of the show yesterday, the long hypnosis show, by the way, after a hypnosis show, half the emails, love it, best show you guys have done since you've got the XM. The other half of the show, way to fake it, Fez, way to fake it, East Side.
Yeah, the non-believers in hypnotism, the guys that just don't know what hypnotism is all about and how it works.
I think if we would have faked it, it would have been a lot cleaner, a lot more put together than yesterday's show was. Because basically, that's a fucking crazy train wreck for 2.5 hours.
They try to lump it in with voodoo and witchcraft and everything else.
Well,
the
just
supernatural.
Something they just don't believe in. They don't believe it's possible for someone to be hypnotized. Don the hypnotist in here yesterday, which I had a great time with. Now, at the end of the show, Fezzy, you and Eastside Dave were saying you didn't remember what was going on while you were hypnotized.
I remembered most of what happened yesterday. It was the very end of the show that I just do not recall what happened.
Well, Little John said the last thing that he remembered, that's Johnny Bronx, is the last thing that he remembered was being in the other room, being hypnotized. And the next thing he knows, he's sitting in here with us, and an hour and 45 minutes have come past. All right, look who's just coming in again.
Oh, yeah.
The man who must have the easiest job schedule in the world, Eastside Dave.
My brother in hypnotism.
That's right. I don't understand it. I don't understand the friendship between you two. Eastside, did you end up remembering what happened, how you got there, and what you did yesterday when you were hypnotized?
I don't remember anything but the pot. Which is strange. And the weird thing is, I didn't dare listen to the replay show. Didn't dare listen.
You're afraid to?
I am afraid. Yeah. I thought, I was discussing it with Fez after the show. We were walking out.
Working where? Just some little getaway for the two of you?
I work nearby. And let's just leave
it at that. You work nearby. All right, go ahead.
And I was just thinking, if I listen to the replay, my brain will melt.
Yeah.
Because there's no way that this could possibly not affect you. If listening to yourself speak like Hitler and something,
right.
And with Jersey Rich, he called me and said, there's no way possible that I could have been faking because when we were high and drunk, it sounded just like I am high or drunk.
Oh, you sounded the same way. You kind of recall your experiences from before.
I sounded high, and there's no way. I don't think I could fake like sounding drunk.
Here's the thing: that annoying. Let's put on wings. Let's rock some Paul McCartney. Out of all the fucking songs in the world you want to hear when you're high, I really wouldn't be. It would take me a long time before I went for the Paul McCartney.
Yeah, we've been drunk. I've seen you drunk before. And, yeah, you were equally as annoying.
Oh man, I was having a good time. Apparently,
Yeah, you were on point. And at the end of the show, this is what weirded me out. So my little idea to Don the hypnotist was, let's take everyone out of hypnosis except for we'll leave you out there a little longer, and that was kind of funny because Johnny Bronx was like, does anyone else notice he's talking like a drill sergeant? And I'm just going like, what?
That's Johnny Lil John.
Yeah.
Johnny Bronx is the Latino guy.
I can't fucking keep up.
Okay.
All right, so Johnny Bronx and Little John, not the same guy.
Johnny Bronx is the Latino guy.
He's
and
the
then
guy I like,
Lil
Johnny
John.
Bronx.
No, Lil John is the guy who was in here. Let's just keep it.
Does he want? I thought you told me yesterday he wants to be Johnny Bronx, but I'm calling him Little John.
No, he wants to be. He's Lil John. Or
Yeah.
I
That's
thought
what he wants to be?
he wants to be Lil John.
Yeah.
Why are our interns going to you with these problems?
Yes.
Talk to Earl.
Yes. Instead of the guy who works down the street.
I thought we could also call him. Johnny Giggles because apparently people were saying he was laughing a lot.
Yeah, but see, here's what I want. I just want a fucking name for each person.
All right, how about Giggles and? But see, there's already a Bronx, like Kathleen from the Bronx. So how about Giggles and?
He's not Johnny Bronx though, right?
No, Lil John is just John or Little John.
Yeah.
And then Johnny Bronx is the guy from the Bronx.
That's Kathleen's cousin.
Latino gentleman.
Yeah, I know Johnny Bronx. I just call him Johnny.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, well, let's just fucking stop all that and get back into the other thing. So, and then the other weird thing that weirded me out is, okay, so only East Side is the only one who gets left in hypnosis. You came out of hypnosis, you're all normal, right, Fez?
Right.
Then you slide back into being hypnotized and start hanging around with East Side. So there's something so suggestive about you that if you see someone hypnotized, you become hypnotized.
I will give them the family cow for magic beans.
What you need to do is this, Fezzy. Find out who you are and stick to it. Because that kind of weirded me out. I'm going to the fucking hypnotist. I thought he was out of hypnosis. And Don is like fucking laughing. He's like, me too. And I'm going, bro, this ain't fucking funny to me. Yeah. I can't have this guy stuck in hypnosis.
See, I remember him saying, I'm going to bring everyone out of hypnosis.
Yeah.
But I do not remember going back into it.
Yeah, you were fucking totally whacked, and you just started interacting with him. And that was like, yeah, that got me really weird. Earl, was that strange for you?
The whole thing just completely tripped me out.
But here at the end, when Fez, for no apparent reason,
it was just kind of drifting in and out, sort of tripping me. I was just like, what is going on?
The weird intern, Bill, would not wake up. Most of the show, he was done with his eyes closed, and then after it was open, after he was out of hypnosis, he sat in his chair with his eyes closed, still talking to us, and still talking just as weird.
And stayed there for a while after the show was over.
Yeah. To me, one of the more interesting things is the Brokeback musical. Now, do you guys remember that at all?
No.
That I remember.
Now, here's what was the weird thing about this. So I go, okay, you guys, you're doing a Brokeback musical. It's going to be Brokeback the musical. And there was, 5 of you guys all together?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So we started going, yes, you have a song to sing. Every one of you just as confident, yes, I do. I'm really proud of this. You started to sing it. Then I would go back to you guys, right, at different times.
Yeah.
You would pick up your song, same spot. Nobody fucked up or started singing somebody else's song. And I don't think, maybe Fez would be good at improvising this on his own. But I think it was even better than if I did this during the show, like, Fez, quick, come up with a song, and you did.
Because singing is not my thing at all, and I shy away from it.
Yeah, I'm not saying your voice was good, but I mean, the fact that you wrote something off the top of your head in a Broadway fashion and were confident with it, and then would keep coming back to it, I thought it was kind of interesting, and every person did it. So, Dave, here's you. Earl has some of these lined up. This is you singing your Brokeback Mountain song.
Oh, boy. And the sun is going down, and I've got my feet on the ground. I'm going down too, but not like the sun. I'm going down on my partner.
Wow, pretty good. All right, now here
That's
and
fucking terrifying.
Yeah, it is. It's weird, right?
First of all, what is that? Ethel Merman?
Well, that was the thing. It was a Broadway song. And Earl, you want to start these from the beginning? All right, now we go from there. From you, Fez has a song too.
Why, Wyoming? Why, Wyoming? I'm out here, and I'm roaming, and I'm touching, and I'm kissing. Why, Wyoming? What did you do to me? You're a ranch state. It's cattle. It's sheep. It's cows. What did you do to me, Wyoming? What did you do to me? I asked why, Wyoming?
It's fucking crazy.
Trying to hold a note.
Here's more proof.
Yeah.
I know because we went in, or when we came out of hypnotism, I was sitting next to Fez.
Right.
I would be dying, laughing my ass off if I was not under hypnosis, because that is really funny.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm laughing, I'm dying in here.
That is true. Why, when one of you is talking, normally the other of you is just sitting there like puppets.
Just waiting our turn in the big Broadway interview show.
Like fucking fembots, just that the power had went out on. It is so weird to be in here with you guys like that.
We're like the Haley Joel Osment character in AI. You can just fucking turn us off and turn us on.
It's really strange. All right, here's intern John, who is that. You're saying it's Little John, right?
Little John.
All right, so it's now I've got 3 different fucking names going in, and here's his Brokeback song.
I wish I knew how to quit you. I wish I knew how to quit you. I wish I could forget you. The sex, the lifestyle, my wife loves me, but now I wish I knew how to quit you.
All right, he definitely saw the film, too. He was bringing up actual major plot points there.
And he started to cry.
Yeah,
he got really emotional.
He was sobbing a little bit. I'm telling you, by the end of the show yesterday, I fucking loved that kid. He was hysterical.
He is funny because he's quiet, but he has like a very New York, I don't know where he's from, accent, and that was very Broadway-ish.
Yeah.
That was the last thing you would expect from that kid.
Well, by the way, Broadway is in New York, just so you know that.
But I mean, over the top and,
you can
Nancy
see
boy.
the curtain coming down on the first act as he finishes up that song.
All right, here is, let's see who did the next one. All right, this was Bill. Now, Bill was, and, I think somewhat of your personality comes out under hypnosis. And Bill's weirdness, edginess, not going along with the pack thing was still there. You know what I mean? Even the guys that were hypnotized, still a little bit of, I don't get Bill, and I don't know where he's from. You guys tried to cover for him a little bit. But here's his song.
Gaze, 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 gaze. Mountains and gaze, ruining my days. Hell.
Just fucking bizarre, not staying with the premise. So then, Fez, under hypnosis, you started to say that he was the Randy Quaid character.
Yeah, the foreman.
Yeah.
That catches.
You saw the film?
Yeah, I saw Brokeback Mountain.
What a shock. Who'd you go with?
What? Eastside and I went.
No.
Unfucking believable.
Fine.
Unfucking believable. How'd you sleep last night, Bill?
I slept okay.
Yeah.
I was the Randy Quaid character before I made that song. We already established I was.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, we
You're
were.
out of your fucking mind.
What?
No,
You're out of your mind, weird kid.
No, because remember I screwed up with the shallow remark, and then he said, you're the Randy Quaid character. Then we did the song.
Whatever. The point is, you couldn't fucking stay with the pack.
Oh, well. I guess that's the way it is.
Oh,
okay. What else we got, Earl? Who else was singing? This was Joe, the other guy? Joe was very funny. Now, he came in off the street to do this, right?
You guys know him, though. He's Joe Cephas on RonandFez.net. He's a popular
I know,
person.
I know him, but I'm trying to explain him to other people.
Okay.
Not to me and Fez.
Sorry.
Everybody knows Joe Cephas.
He's a popular guy in the message board, RonandFez.net.
And a hypnosis volunteer, not part of the intern staff.
Are you a popular guy on the message board as well?
I don't think particularly, but some people say yes, some people say no.
Some people say, why don't your posts go along with anything else? It's just stuff about you.
I sometimes get a couple I've gotten PMs.
Yeah.
Please shut up, things like that. You're a tool is one.
Yeah, you're a tool.
You're a fucking tool. Asshole.
All right, so that's some of the stuff I should say to you in here. How about a fucking Bill, the intern, comes in to correct me? We'd already established that I was that character because I... Stop it,
This
Bill.
isn't Law and Order.
Yeah. Stop fucking having that urge to come in here and correct me.
He may still be under, and the weirdness is just bubbling through with him.
First of all, he's never got over. But there's something going on with that kid. And I'm telling you, yesterday, he was just as uneasy as ever. Just as uneasy.
I think that's the hypnosis. It deals with the raw material that's there.
All right, here's Josephus from ronfez.net doing his Brokeback song.
It's great to be gay. I wish my dad could say, it's great to be gay, but he's not here today.
That's beautiful. Well, that one was a little longer. How did he get so popular with that song? How did he become so popular?
I know he's a nice guy. The thing is, if people like understood, he's like the Undertaker. He's like 6'5", big time tattoos all over him.
Right.
So if you get that visualization of this like tough guy singing that little song,
Thanks for painting that picture. Really helped out quite a bit, Dave. Did you have your hair cut again?
No, but this isn't a good hair day, as Jonathan Anton would say.
Yeah.
You know?
What'd you do, wash today?
I washed. I also did, I usually don't always use conditioner.
Yeah.
And I thought conditioner would make my hair go up a little more to pretend I have, because after you said I look like Opie, I thought maybe I can poof it out a little bit, and it didn't work. It's just the opposite happened.
It seemed more like this, that you got up this morning, went, oh, it's getting late, I better iron my head, and then came running in here.
Instead of conditioner, did you let paste dry in it?
Well, I thought conditioner was supposed to help you condition your hair, hence the name.
I think you have to rinse it out eventually.
You're as close as you can be right now to having hair and looking like you're bald. That's how tight the hair is to the head. Now, did you get everything hooked up in your apartment yesterday? I know your dad was waiting for the cable guy.
Do you want me to say the name? I won't say the name, but the cable companies are a bunch of lying fucking assholes.
Yeah.
They were supposed to be at my apartment noon to 4 yesterday. They called my cell phone when I was under hypnosis.
Right.
I gave them the day before my dad's cell phone to call.
Right.
So this motherfucking cable company in New York, in Queens, I'm not going to say who it is, but let's just say there's Bugs Bunny cartoons and things that are affiliated with them.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
All right, I got you.
And they lied, and then I said, you know, they said you have to reschedule. Reschedule, it'll take, you know, a few more weeks. I said, I can't go a few more weeks. So I have to say this. I said, I know powerful people.
Oh, God. So you're using us to...
I did, a little bit. I never said your names.
Right.
But I said I know powerful people on a satellite company. And they will broadcast all over America, baby!
I know. See, here's the thing. That's not something that XM normally doesn't like to get caught up into. Threats. Corporate threats.
Never use a name, just said satellite.
I did the same thing one time when I started radio. They didn't start my Royal Rumble in time. I had ordered Royal Rumble, and remember, it was before you even clicked on. You had to call them, and then it just suddenly comes on. Well, it's 8 o'clock. My thing doesn't come on. I call up. I start fucking yelling, blah blah blah. So then I give them the old 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Turn on 95 YNF. Listen to the Ron and Ron show. I'm gonna fucking rip your ass for 4 straight hours. So they're calling their bosses, and they're like, what the fuck? We don't have to deal with this. They call me up. I'm crazy now because my wrestling came on 45 minutes late. And I eventually, they're going like this, look, it's certainly nothing we can do. You can have your satellite, you can have the wrestling free. And I'm like, I don't want it free. I fucking want to see the entire thing. I've missed the Heart Foundation. I wanted to see the Heart Foundation, and that is gone. That's fucking gone. So they're like, what could we do to, fix this? I said, turn back time. Turn back time is what I want. We can't do that. Get me a time machine, put me in it, and let me see the Heart Foundation retain their belts. That's what I want to see.
Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Yeah, everybody goes through a thing in radio where you're a real asshole for a while.
It worked.
Real fucking asshole.
It worked.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Tomorrow morning, Thursday.
Yeah.
They're coming 8 to noon tomorrow morning.
See, that's the problem. You've got to fucking act like the Weinstein brothers. They got what you want in this world. If you're a regular guy and you're just like, can I have this? No, you can't. You have to fucking lay on the ground like a baby and kick your feet and scream.
Yeah.
And then they give it to you. It's awful.
Mm-hmm. And I got...
It should be just the opposite.
They got threatened. Satellite. Oh, Mr. B. I used Mr. B and Mr. W, but I never said Ron and Fez. I just said my two guys
see if
who
they
I
can
know.
decipher your code.
Let them know that the mayor of Benningtonville is coming to your rescue.
And the professor of the Watley of University.
Yeah, don't use our names and don't use XM's name.
Satellite.
I understand the fact that you want to do it, but it's never going to. It just reflects badly on you.
I have enough trouble with my father and my sister still doing that.
Those two are still dating? How's that working out for them? I never, you know what, I owe you a buck. I never thought they'd still be together.
They're together as father and daughter.
Ew. That's disgusting.
Not as boyfriend-girlfriend.
I know it all reads well in Penthouse Forum, but in real life, it's really disgusting. Oh, sure, if you and your chick are fooling around that way. Sure. What are you doing home? What are you doing home? Yeah, that's going to work.
There's nothing going on between my dad and my sis.
Prove it. Prove it.
I can't.
You don't have to prove anything to him, Mr. W. You don't have to prove a darn thing.
Thank you, ESD.
I thought he was the professor.
He's got a few nicknames. You guys have multiple nicknames in case you ever have to go on the lam.
Yeah.
I'll know how to contact you. And you, me, vice versa.
No, I ain't got nothing. If I'm in any kind of problems, Dave, you're the last person I call. Seriously. I'll call 911 before I call you.
I have a huge Star Wars action figurine collection that, I'd be willing to sell for you in a heartbeat to get about 200.
If I was running from the cops, I wouldn't call you. I would call 911 and ask them to hide me before I gave you a buzz. Hey, did anybody see that Oprah the other day? This was fucking a classic show. So this guy... He's some Midwestern fucking weirdo, right? Really, I guess, religious, strict with his kids, blah, blah, blah. 3 boys he has. They're all grown up now. They're like in between like 30s and maybe early 40s. The old man is like 65. At some point, these boys are watching TV, and they see that there's some crazy bank robber going around. He's robbed 7 banks or 5 banks 7 times. He's just fucking Dillinger, this guy. And he's got on like just a dumb mask, and he's wearing his regular street clothes. They recognize it as their dad in his 60s. And they go, we did the thing that our dad always expected us to do, the right thing. We were raised really strict with a lot of morals, and there's right and wrong. So they turn the old man in. He gets 40 years. They find out this guy who was like, to them, he's fucking Henry Fonda. On the side, he's got a fucking chick, and he's snorting coke.
Oh, man.
A guy who was raised them like in the farthest right of like Pat Robertson, and they're fucking on there trying to figure out this thing. I can't turn my dad in, no matter what. And B, I found out my dad's fucking running whores, snorting coke and robbing banks. I'm not keeping a straight face. I can't imagine not cracking up at that one.
Well, here's the question. Did they turn him in for a reward? Because I turned my dad in for $150.
No, they turned him in because they were taught by this man, there is right in this world, there's wrong in this world, and we've got to do the right thing. They had the dad on from prison. He's wearing a stupid fucking orange jumpsuit like a moron. He's doing 40 years. He can't believe his kids turned him in. Yeah. They're completely crushed that he cheated on the old lady like he cheated on them. You know what I mean? Like, they can't understand it. They don't understand why they were told drugs are bad and he's out fucking doing bumps. He says he was experimenting. The guy's 65.
He's just going through that phase in his life. I can't believe he didn't have one son out of all of them that was like, no, we can't turn in the old man.
Well, they're not like they're not what you would consider a regular guy. I mean, they're like really Midwestern, like no fun guys. And they were raised to be no fun guys. And I mean, they're fucking completely crushed. Just as crushed that he had pussy on the side than as if he was a bank robber. They just feel like not only was his life a lie, but their whole childhood is a lie now. Everything that they learned about right and wrong is just bullshit, which I'm yelling at my TV. Everything you learned about right and wrong is bullshit. You know what I mean? It's a sliding scale. Sometimes you do the right things. Other times you put a mask on, run into the bank, and you're out in 15 minutes. And the old man, he's taking the angle of, well, I couldn't have done what they did. I couldn't have done it. No. I've written a story about how I couldn't have turned in my father. And they're crushed from that. These guys can't even talk to him directly. You can tell. They still turn into 5, 7 years old when they're in front of this guy. So you know that there was like heavy punishment, you know, like corporal punishment when they were for kids, for them to still have this certain fear and awe about their old man.
It sounds like they're the types that, even if nothing illegal was going on, even if it was just him having the affair, they would have ratted him out to his mom.
Yeah,
to their mom.
they would. Yeah, that's
just on that level alone.
Yes, it's the moral code that they were raised with.
Some code.
Yeah, 866 Ron Zero Fez. That's what I'm laughing at because I'm yelling at him. Jumpsuit. I'm yelling. Came back to bite you on the ass, didn't it? Came back to bite you on the ass.
Sort of sounds like Earl a little bit.
Because you know, sometimes you got to teach your kids, hey, if Daddy gives you a gun, you got to bury it. You know what I mean? Like my dad said to me.
Where's the family comes first bit?
My dad said to me, if I give you a package, you know not to open up and look inside, but just drop off. So, but, you know, that's true. They basically went with, you know, God, country, family was their whole gimmick. Bruce, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, hey, I miss Ronnie $2.
Yeah, Ronnie $2 was the best.
But I heard one of those kids was a cop, and that's how he got to see the footage, the whole footage instead of just the news clip.
Well, I didn't hear that said on Oprah, but they all seem like Midwestern cops to me.
Well, it was on a news channel like last week or the week before.
Yeah.
On Fox News or something. And also the dad was like pissed off because they didn't talk to him first and give him a chance to turn himself in.
Right. The old man is pissed off at the 3 kids. He's fucking definitely pissed off at all of them. They're
Thanks, guys.
Crushed by him. And, you know, maybe it's just because I'm in New York now. I can't imagine a New York cop turning their dad in.
Never in a million years.
Yeah.
Never.
That's got to be insane. You're sitting there watching the local news. You see another bank held up today. There's the footage of the robber. And you're like, hey, that guy looks really familiar.
Well, it's all he's doing is wearing a hospital mask, but he has his regular golf shirt on, his cap, and the guy's saying, I know those fucking hat, I know those...
They probably gave him the golf shirt for Christmas.
Yeah, he's wearing bad dad clothes, is what he's wearing.
That's the golf hat I gave him for Father's Day.
I recognize that belt.
And they were saying, like, whatever he was doing with the money, he wasn't bringing it back to their mom. He was using this for his fucking whores and blow, 2006 party tour.
That teaches you. Throw a couple back to the chick.
Let her wet her beak.
Get the kids a fucking pinball machine.
Right.
And then just rail that chick on the side.
Right.
Anally, too.
Then everybody's in on it. Everyone's enjoying.
He did do the anal thing. There was no doubt about that. He goes,
Oprah?
Well, yeah, he said, they were asking about the mom. He goes, I never got anal at home. And this way I get what I want and nobody else is upset about it.
Well, now Oprah's turning into...
But how do you judge somebody for something on the side? You can't judge. A man can't judge another man for that. I understand when it's your mom and she's crying, you're going to feel bad for her. But at the same time, who's to say? Hey, Blake, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, how we doing, guys?
Good, buddy.
I live here in Peoria, and the son is a cop here in Peoria.
Which son? Do you remember?
The one that went over to the house to confront him initially.
Yeah, because one of the sons wouldn't even come out and look at his dad on the fucking split screen. He had to stay in the back.
Pussy.
The thing is, they're all 3 pussies. None of them would even ask direct questions to their dad. Right. Oprah had to talk. These fucking guys, grown men, are still afraid of their dad, and the guy's fucking feeble.
He's in jail via satellite, and they still don't feel safe. He's still not far enough away for them.
Yeah, and it's not so much that he can hit them or whatever. They're not afraid of that. They're afraid of that disapproval thing. The same thing like if you were raised to, I'm trying to win my dad's approval, you know, I want to get a hit for him in the game, and then you never really catch up in life once you get in that fucking gimmick.
You still have a twinge of fear with your parents.
You don't want to let them down. You don't want to look like the fucking idiot that they told you were going to grow up to be. So you try to fake it a little bit, make your job sound a little more important, make it seem like you've got plans in your life. You never really lose that. They can still hurt your feelings.
They're trying to get the appeal going that the son that was a cop went into the house and found the clothes and the gun and shit, and they're saying he went in there, you know, as a cop, not as a son.
Right. Well, the initial thing was he pleaded himself out. He didn't even have a trial. He pleaded to like 11 different counts without being involved at all because
he pleaded and got 40 years.
Yeah, 40
Go
years.
to trial, dummy.
40 years when you're 60. What do you care about?
You got nothing to lose.
Well, he came down from 55 years, so
nice.
He's playing game. I'll be out of here when I'm 110, and I'm going to get every one of you fuckers.
Just in case he turns into Yoda. He's like, all right, I'll plead bargain because I plan to live to 160. Damn it.
Right. He doesn't think he's going to turn into Yoda. Get that out of your head.
He's in prison now, just working out, trying to really get in shape. I want to make it through this 40 years.
He's got fucking jailhouse tattoos. He's doing the De Niro fucking Cape Fear bit.
He's eating right.
Just looking at his pictures of his son
all over the cross of your chest.
Yeah.
You know, my sister and brothers and I have talked about this. We're convinced my dad has cheated at some point during the past 50 years of being married to my mother.
I'm glad that came up because I saw him at a whorehouse.
What?
Yeah. Me and him had a wild fucking night.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was just, you know, he was always away.
Yeah.
The guy worked 3 jobs, allegedly. You know, and of course...
One of the jobs was blow.
Of course, the shrew that he went home to, you know? So, yeah, we're convinced that at some point he just had to. He just runs into too many women in his line of business.
Oh, women? You thought he was with a woman?
Yes.
All right. That one shocks me then.
Get him on Oprah. Get the Watleys on Oprah immediately.
You ought to call him on the air one day. Just tell me the truth, Dad. Did you?
But make sure he's wearing an orange jumpsuit.
I'm going to disagree with Fez here because I think if he was with another woman, he would never come home. I can't imagine coming home to that family if you had another bed to lay in.
I mean, the grass in that other yard, it's neon green.
Yeah.
It's that bright.
Oh, the grass is way greener. 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Turtle, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Maha Boom, boys.
Yeah, Maha.
Listen, you know, you just hit a nerve with me because, you know, you were saying you're seeking your father's approval. I am 38 years old, had a decent year last year, and I called my dad to tell him about it. And he says to me, yeah, well, you know, the sun shines on a dog's ass every once in a while.
I know. The
38 and still looking for it.
Fucker cannot give you a break. That's the whole thing about a father. Your mother acts like everything's great. Let's put this up on the refrigerator. It's beautiful.
Exactly.
And your father you fucking go 3 for 4, and he's bringing up the ground out. Now he fucking's going, you know, if you would have legged that thing, I think you would have beat it. So you cannot. I mean, I guarantee you that when the Iraq War started with W, he's calling his dad. Is this enough? Am I a man now? Do you get it?
You just liberated Kuwait. I've gone into Baghdad.
Ronnie, I was in the first Gulf War, and he was telling me that it was nothing. It was 100 hours. He was in Vietnam, bigger, better, done it all.
God.
There. Never live it down.
Yeah, I was in much more of a quagmire than you.
Now, do you ever talk back to him, or do you just take it?
Oh, no. Oh, God, no, never.
You just take it.
Well,
Yeah.
no, you know what? It's one of those things that, you know, you were raised to respect your father.
Right.
And listen, you know, yes, sir, no, sir. And you do what you do what you're told. And now he's in his 70s, and what good is it going to do to give him a little lip?
Yeah, I understand. I understand it completely. You got kids?
I do. I have actually a daughter, and we adopted a son, and I don't know how I'm going to prevent it from happening to him. But,
Well, do your kids ever see the way your dad talks to you and give you that look like, can't fucking believe you live with these people? I mean, I've had my kids actually say, I can't believe that you made it 17 years in that house.
My kids, my mom and dad are 16 hours away from us. So
That's great. Yeah, that's
Fez,
fucking best.
Nice buffer zone.
How about Walk the Line? I know you saw it with Johnny Cash's dad. He goes into Johnny Cash's house and he's like, "Hey, Daddy, how about my big house?" And his dad's like, "Yeah, it's okay. I've seen bigger."
Right.
He was naming celebrities who had bigger houses than him. Remember in Walk the Line, he's like, "Oh yeah,
Conway Twitty has a bigger house."
Well, it's not as good as Conway Twitty's house.
That Tab Hunter, he's
It's
got
like-
a big house.
Yeah. It's like if this is Johnny Cash, this is everybody then.
Yeah, and then you're going, well, I remember the house I grew up in. So
that dirt farm.
Yeah, that's true. How do you like the extra bathroom? That's shocking you?
Look, this one's inside.
Yeah. Yeah, it is bizarre, though. It really is. Here's Redheaded Stepchild. Redheaded Stepchild, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, how you doing, guys?
Good, buddy.
Yeah, I'm 38 years old. I'm still living with my parents, and, you know, every time I feel like I'm ready to move out, my father puts me down, and he's like, you know, you're never going to make it out there, you know, you're going to fall on your face.
All right, let me just tell you, bro, I fucking got to agree with him. At 38, I think the man is dead on.
You may deserve it,
Yeah.
Red.
Is this Billy Staples?
Oh, shit, I'm going to go kill myself.
Now, 38, you never even moved out once?
You know, I don't know. It keeps making me like afraid to go out there, and you know, and
Making you afraid or making you sandwiches? Something's keeping you there.
I'd rather sleep on the sidewalk than my old fucking bedroom from elementary school.
I told my parents, I'm like, I said to them, to their face, bold out, I said, I will live on the street before I move back home. I will sleep in Central Park before I move back home.
And that was on their anniversary.
You made a vow that you would never live with black people, and you have stayed with it, Earl. I credit you with that.
I lived with black people all my life.
Yes,
never again. You're the superintendent Bookman coming up there.
Any white people in your neighborhood?
Yes, in Forest Hills, plenty. Yes,
Plenty. When you say plenty, what percentages are we talking?
I would probably say 85%.
85%?
At least 85%.
Wow.
I should have moved there.
I should come visit then. I had no idea. I thought those numbers were flip-flopped.
How's your across-the-hall neighbor Winona doing?
I thought it was you, black people, and then a few guys with mohawks. One of those neighborhoods. that whole fucking Lower East Side thing.
It's funny. We had a couple of, when I first moved there were a couple of punk. There's like this little pocket punk community that was always there hanging out in the street.
I'd like to say to the punk kids, can we update the style from 77? Can we fucking move in beyond the studded belts? It's just like you've stopped in the summer of 77.
Or 82. That now they have like the really long, stringy blonde dreads for some reason. I'm like, what year
Those
is
are
this?
hippies. Those
That's not punk.
Blonde
That's fucking
dreads.
fish heads. You're looking at fish heads.
Who
right
are
now.
the worst people? There was a kid with dreadlocks yesterday asking anyone to talk to him on the sidewalk right outside here yesterday on 57th Street. And luckily, every single person just completely ignored him. There's nothing worse than a white person with dreadlocks. Dare I say even black people with dreadlocks suck.
You just hate dreadlocks.
Just don't dare to say any of these things. Don't dare to say any of it.
right.
They're humans like you. You've got a carrot top. Who are you to say?
Dreadlocks. Every time I even think of them, I think of dinosaurs. Anyway,
You ever stop for a homeless person?
no, not unless they're doing a trick.
I told a guy in a wheelchair today I can't. And even as I'm walking by, I'm going, what am I saying? I can't. Of course I can. Could hand you $1. I just don't want to break stride.
There's a guy on the subway when I come back on Queens at about 6 o'clock, and he has no fingers. And his whole deal is, you may know me, my name is Coach, because even though I have no fingers, I still coach a basketball team. If you can give me change, that's good. If you can't, give me a smile. Thank you.
I know that guy. I see him. He runs.
Who's going to forget Coach
I
with
feel
no
like
fingers?
kicking him in the balls.
No, I mean, he runs he works like the Queens gimmick. He works the Queens lines along the city. He has like I think 3 fingers, or he's missing one hand, and he has 3 fingers on the other hand.
I had one today that I passed that says to me, "Sir, can you please help me? I'm blind. I'm blind, sir." And I'm thinking, well, how did you know I just passed you? And how do you know I'm a sir?
Sammy, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's up, guys?
Yeah.
I got a question for Black Earl. Earl, where in Forest Hills do you live? Did you say 85% black?
Oh, I said white.
Oh, white. Okay, I misheard you, Earl.
So apologize, Eric.
I'm sorry.
There you go. Thank you very much.
At least he did it right there.
Here's Robert. Robert, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, did you pick up the other day on Oprah where the old man said after he'd been robbing banks, actually one of the boys said that he was still bumming money from them even after he had robbed all these fucking banks?
Well, his bank money was for his pussy and dope. I think we all understand that.
Exactly.
And he didn't want to get that in the way of the bread and milk money. But they said that to Oprah, but not one of them had the balls to say it to him. And nobody said to this old man, how did the coke thing come up after 65 years of not getting high? Who fucking gave you coke? And when did you roll up that honey and start to fucking snort it? I'm dying to know that one.
They were pussies, there's no doubt, brother.
Yeah, I know. You know it's the chicken. You know she's got to be some fucking fat sweat hog that's willing to fucking lick his bag, and he just thinks the world of her.
And he's just taking her sacks of bank robbery money.
Here's the money. She's sucking his little dick and making him feel like a big man for the first time in his life. There's only 2 times in his life he felt good. Getting a blowjob from this whore and hitting his kids when they were little. That was the only 2 times in life he felt like a man. And now he's got to go on an Oprah in a fucking orange jumpsuit. That's the worst. You can't let me get dressed up for Oprah. I can't put on a decent fucking suit for myself.
They can't change it back to like the black and white stripes. The orange jumpsuit, it's tacky.
I think it's easier to wash. You'll see them when they're going over the fence. The other thing looks too much like a ref, I think, is the problem with
I consider more zebras. And then maybe they're afraid they'll run fast.
No.
Prison break.
No, clothes don't help you run faster. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, hi, Ron. You know what would make a good reality show is springing this guy out of jail and letting him go after his 3 little rabbits there.
I wouldn't mind saying it. And these kids, really, they got a beating coming their way.
Just one son after another keeps disappearing.
Here's Eric. Eric, you're on the Ron and Fez show. Say hi to the guest that never leaves, Eastside Dave. You're not there, Eric?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, Dave.
Hi, Eric. How are you?
Go ahead, Eric.
I'm good. How you gentlemen doing?
Great.
Hey, my father's a recovering alcoholic, and my brother's in prison, so pretty much all I have to do is wipe my ass without getting it on my hand. I get approval.
Well, first of all, you're already 2 bars into a fucking country song before you're even anywhere else. But this sets up a problem for you, right? Is like now suddenly you became the daddy of the family.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's no place to be either.
Yeah, I got to rise above.
Yeah. The last thing you want to do is hear from a sister about her problems with kids, or you know what I mean? You don't want to find yourself in that Michael Corleone spot because you can't solve these family problems. They're impossible. You could have $1.5 billion. You can't throw enough fucking money at family problems.
Being Fredo isn't such a bad thing.
Fredo.
I'm definitely the black sheep in the family. I'm the Fredo 100%. Other brothers went to Ivy League schools and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to Monmouth College in Jersey.
Sure. But the good thing is, you fucking waitresses 2 at a time. Of course I had to slap them around a little bit.
That's right.
I'm running a business here.
You can't come in and talk to Johnny Olilon like that.
Not a man like that after what he's done. Hey, Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Great show, guys.
Yeah, really.
I just wanted to call and let you know, part of the reason the boys turned the father in, he was using a weapon for the bank robberies, and they were afraid that they couldn't live with themselves if he or anybody else got hurt.
That's what they told Oprah. But, I mean, the fact of the matter is it's your old man. Would you turn in your old man any other reason?
Well, I know 2 of the 3 boys personally.
Yeah. So what is that family like? Are they so straight? I mean, they just seem kind of no fun guys. Like a no fun family.
They're not that bad.
Yeah. I mean, they're afraid of their dad, though, right? There was some strict upbringing there.
Yeah, it was definitely not an easy house to grow up in, I'm sure.
I got that whole vibe, that this guy, the reason why he didn't have his son's loyalty, and let's face it, Mike, you might be different from me. My dad could be shooting a fucking bazooka, and I ain't fucking calling the cops. I just can't call cops on family members.
Oh, it all depends what the whore looks like, though.
But no matter what, I don't care who he's with. I don't care what he's doing. You got to stick up for your family.
I know it.
My brother could be son of Sam. I'm putting him in the fucking back seat of the car. I'm throwing a goddamn coat over, and I'm driving to Mexico. That's wrong, but it's what you do when you have family.
What if your father murdered, how about this, a family member?
It'll be the funniest fucking Thanksgiving of my life.
Oh, jeez.
I would testify on his behalf that it was justified.
Yeah, there's no one in Fez's family that... Seriously, there's no one in Fez's family that could die that he could squirt a tear out for. I'd have to introduce you to these people. He's going to have to rub onion on his eye at any of these funerals.
If I have to give a eulogy at any of their funerals, it's going to be, well, a lot of you knew them better than I did, so...
Oh, what do you say about a man who could break a beer can with his elbow? Where do I start? Where do I start?
That's where I start, and that's where I stop.
All right, let's end the segment with this, Fez. Yesterday, while you guys were under hypnosis, I gave you the improv that you were all Earl's family.
Oh,
all Earl's family. And I'm going to say the truth, Don kind of hopped in with this southern... that he wanted you to be hillbillies, so it got a little confusing, but I feel like you pulled out of it. It was very odd, very strange. So do we need anything else other than Earl's family reunion, Earl?
Yeah, that was pretty... I mean, it's really funny.
Right, I know
just
that.
Really...
Normally, you don't put that into a thing, but do I need anything else to explain the bit?
No, it's just basically...
Earl's family reunion.
Yeah, they're from Arkansas. They're here to see me.
Right.
And as they continue to speak, the more southern they get.
All right, here we go. All right, we have Earl's family in here. Earl, is this exciting for you?
Very much so, yes. I haven't seen them in a long time.
Who do we have here? Who are you?
Yeah, I'm Uncle Pap.
Uncle Pap is
Uncle
here?
Pap. Happy birthday, Earl.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
And you're up from down south?
From Arkansas.
Yeah.
And it's it's a little intimidating being in a city this size.
Right. And who's this?
LaFonce.
Hi, LaFonce.
Yeah.
How are you?
How are you, sir?
Good. Welcome.
Yeah.
To New York. You enjoy it?
LaFonce and Earl are both my nephews.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a great It's a great city.
Yeah.
The buildings are so tall.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe just how big the buildings were.
Yeah.
And when I said to the top of the building, and then I walked all the way downstairs, and my feet started to hurt a little bit, sir.
Yeah.
I'm used to the one-story buildings more, where when you're... LaFonce is my name,
Is this going anywhere, this story of yours?
The problem is, LaFonce won't take a goddamn elevator.
He won't do it, huh?
He's afraid of elevators, and he won't take one, and then there's the rest of us, the Douglas family, all waiting downstairs for LaFonce to finally get his dumb ass down the steps.
He's always on my case, that uncle.
Would you just take an elevator once in your life?
You see, sir, I'm not prone to an elevator.
You're not prone?
I'm more am prone to...
What's going to happen to you in an elevator? What could possibly go wrong in an elevator?
I like a nice fishing pole and, a nice cool lake. An elevator is too much machinery, and we kept boxed in like the rat, and they've been kept in us boxes for years.
I
You're
understand.
going to give me a high blood pressure stroke.
All right, who's this with you?
I'm Bubba.
Bubba, how are you?
I'm pretty good, boy.
Yeah, and you are...
I'm Lester.
I actually don't know because my mama died when I was born.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We kind of took Bubba in.
I understand.
Nice city.
And this is Lester, too.
It's weird to wear shoes.
Yeah.
But because of the fancy city folk, I decided to put on my best pair of flip-flops.
Right.
And bring my finest rag in my pocket.
He brings his rag everywhere. Like, have you ever see those cartoons with the Linus?
Yeah, Linus.
He used to have a blanket, and I believe...
Peter. That's Charlie Brown.
Now, I know when Earl started to wear pants, but those long pants that don't cover past the knee hip. But
Right.
Earl's changed to the city type.
I understand.
I believe...
I once wrestled a gator.
I know you
Lester's
did.
blanket was called Coconut. And he used to bring around coconut everywhere. And when I say, everywhere, I mean everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm talking he bring it in the bathtub. I say, Lester, you don't need a coconut blanket in here. And he say, I think wherever I go,
I know he
coconut goes with me.
Now, I usually...
Yesterday, we had to take the boy into Little Rock to get his head checked about this coconut.
Now, who's this?
Clarence.
Clarence, and how are you related to Earl?
I'm Earl's cousin.
Is that right? Mm-hmm. You remember you and Earl grew up together?
Oh, yeah, we go back like two peas in a pod.
Is that right? What was Earl like as a young person?
He was all right, always getting into trouble.
He was a little uppity, though.
Was he? Yeah, a little bit.
He thought he was from the big city.
Right.
He would come here, and then he knew he had a place to go.
Right. I take a subway. I'm Black Earl.
He used to keep a jar of pennies and bury them in the yard so we couldn't find them. And when the day he came, he bought himself a train ticket out of Arkansas.
What?
I never saw him again.
You're the honest.
I believe
you're the fucking honest.
I believe he called that jar of pennies Frankie. And I said,
Frankie.
That's true. And then remember
He had coconut and Frankie.
Uncle, remember we used to always say, "Where's Frankie jar of pennies?"
Right, that's right. Cause Frankie jar pennies, and what happened was we had to eat. So one night I went out there, me and my late wife Beulah. And we done
Beulah passed away?
Yes.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes, and
what happened?
It was too much pork products.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
She had a little heart and a small one.
Too much pork. Too much pork for a tiny little heart to handle.
Yeah.
But we had to go out there and dig up Frankie one night.
Right.
And just spend Frankie as best we could. We didn't have much.
Yeah.
This is what the problem was.
We caught some catfishes from time to time, but they weren't so. There's not a lot of meat on them.
No.
Earl, though, he probably said, "Hey, I don't know what Earl would say."
Yeah, we cashed in Frankie. We bought some Fruit roll-ups.
Sure.
Some,
it's the Hypnotist show with Don the Hypnotist. Don, these guys are...
I always did like those cherry fruit roll-ups the best.
Now, how long would they go on like this before it stopped? Could we just do this for hours and hours on end?
Frankie used to pick his toes.
Yeah.
While eating the saltine crackers.
No. I don't get you at all, Lester.
No. Frankie was the job pennies, Lester.
Yeah.
Oh, that boy's dumb.
Yeah.
It's just a dumbass. Every family's got a dumbass.
We keep Lester in the basement is what we do. And
what do you do?
We keep Lester in the basement is what we do.
Where?
In the basement.
Yeah.
Every now and then we run down roll a coconut down the steps.
Coconut is his...
That's his friend.
Yeah.
You know what's killing me? These conversations actually existed.
Oh yeah, I know. And
well, of course,
that's the birthday boy. Well.
Happy birthday, Earl.
Hello, everybody.
We are your family, Earl. What do you mean they exist in your family? Would you have two families or something? We are your family. That's what we are.
Ronnie, Fezzy, the Ron and Fez Show, XM 202.
Ron and Fez Show. Eastside's hanging around a little bit. Does he ever work, Fez?
Yeah, I'm sure he checks in, clocks in from time to time. I should drop by where he works every now and again, just to even up the score.
What does he do?
I have no idea. I think it's some sort of pencil pushing, number crunching thing.
Well, if it's that technical, there's no way I can understand it. Somebody sent this to us in an email. Did you ever notice that East Side sounds exactly like Johnny Damon?
No, I never noticed that.
We'll need some Johnny Damon audio tomorrow, and we'll try to compare the two.
Okay, I don't necessarily hear... Well, they kind of got one connection, weird hair.
Well, it was more of a sound-alike thing.
Oh, okay. We'll try to dig up some Damon audio.
Thank you, Earl. Here's another one. This is from Marianne that just came in and said, I wish you would bring the champ back to discuss how he went from being the champ on your show to a mere nervous flunky on O&A. I swear I did not know that this was the same guy when I heard him on O&A. So apparently the champ was afraid to take his champ gimmick onto the O&A show and is just bringing coffee in.
Now, like so many other champs before, just a shell of a man.
Oh, it's a lot of times like when you would leave the old NWA, when you came to the WWF, you wouldn't exactly be able to take stuff with you, Fez. You wouldn't be able to take that persona.
Yeah, you get a name change. Next thing you know, you're wearing polka dot tights or something like that.
Not all going to work as well for you. All right, Fezzy, I know you're an earwax guy, right?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Here's an interesting thing here. I got this off of Live Science. Do you have dry, flaky earwax or the gooey, stinky type?
I have dry, flaky earwax.
This is the interesting thing. If your people are from Europe, you have a 97% chance of gooey earwax. Dry, flaky is Asian.
Really?
Yeah. Dry, flaky, you would normally be North Korea, China, that part of the world. Gooey tends to run with Europeans. Let me see if I see any of the African thing here. No.
That's very interesting. It seems like, everyone's got ears.
Mm-hmm.
Earwax would be the same worldwide.
Yeah, why would it be any different at all? We'll have to look into that. How about you, Earl?
I'm the kind of the gooey, just the real slippery, sloppy, yicky earwax.
Maybe you've got some European blood. Let me check. East Side still here? Yeah, grab that mic over there next to Earl, East Side. What? Are you a gooey earwax guy, or is it more dry, flaky?
No question about it. Flaky. They're sort of like Lil Y's potato chips.
Yeah.
Mini Y barbecue, though, because they're usually orange.
And your buddy here, Fez, are Asians.
Oh.
Now, you're actually almost obsessive about your earwax, aren't you, Fez?
The ear thing is the first thing I do in the morning getting out of bed.
Yeah.
I grab a wood stick Q-tip. I have to have the wood sticks.
Yeah.
Because like a regular Q-tip, the kind they sell now with like the paper stick or whatever it is, it doesn't give me enough support. I don't get enough tension on it. And I just start digging in my ears first thing in the morning.
Now, that may be why you're a sickly person, because you want to have some earwax. You don't want an overabundance, but that earwax serves a protective coating there, protecting things. So they tell you not to do it every day and not to go in too deep.
Yeah, I do not follow any of the Q-tip instructions where they say, on the box it'll actually say just for outer ear use.
Yeah.
I go in deep, and I probably go in 3 to 5 times a day. Because my ears, they get itchy inside.
They're so flaky in there.
It's flaky.
You need a nice gooey stick.
That would be like a nice warm blanket over my eardrum.
Yeah.
But with the flakes, mine are almost like crystal-like in there.
Here's what makes me nervous. I've heard stories about guys going in too deep or overdoing it and puncturing something there. You don't want any inner ear problems because it's not just going to be hearing. You're going to fucking be a guy that ends up in a wheelchair. You're going to be one of those guys you get inner ear problems, and that deals with the fact of whether you can even sit up straight.
Man, first thing in the morning, there's nothing better than the eargasm. That's what I get. That feeling of there'll be one tiny spot just on the inside of my ear.
Yeah.
Just one little spot in there, and it is like scratching an itch.
Yeah.
That it actually sends me to the moon.
Now, everybody's had the feeling that Fez has described here, eargasm. It's, you hit that spot so deep in your ear that it's a pleasure point, and you actually feel it as your legs start to buckle. You can feel behind your legs. But that means you're in too far, Fez. When you get the eargasm, now you're in a dangerous place.
I get addicted to it. I have to feel that eargasm.
You got to be careful.
And I go digging for it. If I don't have it in there, I go digging for it anyway.
Sooner or later, and trust me on this, you're going to end up with some serious problems. Did you ever talk to a doctor about it?
No, never.
You see 17 doctors a day. Why don't you bring it up to them? Say, how often should I be digging in my ear? What? And you're only using Q-tips, right?
Well, no. Sometimes I'll, unfold a paper clip and go in there with it.
Very dangerous.
Yeah, and because that'll be even a harder scratch.
Yeah.
That I'm going for in there. I've done that. We used to have the things like in the radio stations we worked at, where the really long stick cotton swabs.
Yeah.
That would be used to clean the heads on different machines?
Yeah, the old card cleaners.
So those things I would use all the time at work. One time, I bumped my elbow, and that thing jammed in my ear, and I could feel the difference. I could feel my ear pain for like a week after that.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to fuck around with that, because it ain't going to be just like ear pain, Fez. It's going to take you in a whole nother place, and you don't want any part of it. You do not want that pain. Here's our buddy Bobo. Bobo, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hiya, buddies.
Yeah.
Hey, my daughter's adopted from China.
I'm sorry, I had no idea.
She's got that flaky kind of earwax, and I was actually born in Prague, and I have earwax that's like chopped liver, and once a week. And I was told this by her doctor, you don't clean your ears more than once a week.
Yeah, they say once a week, Fezzy, is where you want to be. Maybe twice a week. Not you 5-6 times a day.
I wouldn't be able to stand it. I wouldn't be able to go that long without sticking something in my ear.
Yeah.
But Fez, you know what you do? You get hydrogen peroxide, the like 70% version.
Have you ever used that, Fez?
My mom used to stick that in our ears after we went swimming.
Swimming ears, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's 50-50 water and that, and it's like mixing a cocktail in your head. You pour it in, cover your ear and shake your head around.
Do you ever remember, like, the old ear stuff that your dad would heat up in a spoon and then put in your ear?
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah. It was like something that was around in the 30s, and then some of the grandparents and parents kind of kept it going way past. You had that done, Earl?
Yeah, I remember my mother would just heat up, was it not hydrogen peroxide? She would heat up something. My sister used to have like ear problems and just go like, there was
the hydrogen peroxide, which was like regular. The other stuff, they would heat up in a spoon. It was like an oil, and pour it in, and then pop a piece of cotton in there to keep it all from pouring back out when you sat up. And it would, I don't know where it eventually drained off. It must have went down your throat somewhere. But it was like liquid plumber for your fucking ear. And it would go in hot, and it was a thing of feeling bad and good at the same time. Kind of S&M sex for children.
They were so worried about ear infections back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember getting swimmer's ear and putting the doctor putting some kind of worn drops and cotton.
Well, I don't know what the difference is, but there is no pain like an earache when you're a little kid. Little kids got the worst earaches. It happened to me when I was little. My kids, now my nieces and nephew, when you're about 3 or 4, you can get an earache that will fucking drop you to the ground. It feels worse than ever, and you never get that kind of pain as an adult.
Do you remember getting dizzy from it?
Oh, you'd be sick.
So
yeah.
Yeah, you can't walk. I remember falling down a flight of stairs.
But remember, an earache would keep you home in first grade. You don't get an earache that keeps you from going to work now. It just doesn't happen.
Then, I don't know if they still do this, but I know like when my niece was little, they would, all the kids were getting tubes in their ears. Some sort of tubes they would put in their ears.
Oh, yeah, I remember that, too.
I mean, it was like almost every kid had a tube in their ears.
It was like a draining thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that got really big like late 80s, early 90s.
They're still doing it.
Yeah, they still are?
Yeah, they tried to do it to my daughter, and I said no. She was growing. The thing is, when they get to like a certain height, the eardrum actually, or the ear canal actually like tips. It changes angle as the head grows. So if they can make it to that point without it being too awful, it's just not worth it because of the risk of a little kid, getting surgery in your ear.
Yeah, right. That's what, if this thing doesn't work out, they have surgery.
Fucking brain's 3 inches away.
All right, thanks a lot, Bobo.
Okay, take care, guys.
See you later. Here is Matt. Matt, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies, what's going on?
Yeah.
I got a pretty bad ear story for you. A few months ago, I was cleaning my ears with the Q-tip there. I do it almost every other day, and I dropped something. So I bent down, and I left the Q-tip sticking in my ear. I came up, went back up to finish the job, and I accidentally slammed the Q-tip into my ear.
Oh, ow.
It was, maybe almost cry. Tears were coming down, and took it out, like nothing right away. So I went to bed. I woke up the next morning and just stain, probably about the size of a quarter of blood on my pillow.
Right.
I went to the doctors, and, I did some very serious damage to my eardrum, and I was almost deaf in my right ear for about 5 days. So ever since then, I've been a lot more careful when it comes to cleaning my ears, I'll tell you that much.
Thank you very much. See, Fez, sooner or later you're going to run into some trouble. You ought to talk to a doctor about this, because you don't want fucking serious trouble like that. You don't want any hearing trouble. You don't want any inner ear problems. Jason, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
2622.
Hey, way to go, old school.
Hoo-ah! Fez, you got to get them ear candles from GNC.
My chick had given me this. You ever have those ear candles, Fez, where they stick this candle in your ear, they light it on fire, and it's supposed to have like a suction that pulls anything out from deep, deep?
I've heard of them, but I've never had it done myself.
It's worked better than any Q-tip I've ever tried.
I heard that, and then I heard some of it is not exactly true. So I don't know what the gimmick is.
Does it give you the eargasm?
I don't think it's true. You pull it out, it's full of shit, and...
Yeah, but here's what I heard.
Nice and clean.
Here's what I heard. That shit fucking comes in there. Try to open one of those things up before you even do it.
Okay.
All right? That's what I heard.
Hey, you guys know best.
All right. We're not ear, nose, and throat doctors here. 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. Ed, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
If you stick a Q-tip too far into your ear, it hits the part of the brain that makes you gay.
Huh, interesting.
I'd like to see that scientific study.
To me, it's already scientific. I've got my proof.
I always remember to pull out the Q-tip before it goes too far.
Well, you don't even have to worry about pulling out in your game. Here's Bill. Bill, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, love the show.
Yeah.
Just wanted to let you know why children get those and not adults get the bad earaches. It's because of the eustachian tube that connects the nasal passage to the ear.
Yeah.
When their head's small and round, the eustachian tube is actually level. As the head elongates, it starts to spread upwards so it can drain out the ear. That's why they start getting more and more earwax and so on and so forth. So when it's level, it kind of backs up into the ear. So that causes that earache.
Kids actually, they have more earwax than adults?
Well, no, not exactly. The the mucus and stuff like that starts draining, staying inside the eustachian tube. As as their head grows longer, it gets inverted, and the mucus can work its way out towards the ears and becomes that earwax and stuff like that.
All right, thank you very much. Fez, why don't you keep that? Check with your family to see whether they have gooey or dry earwax, and you might end up having some Asian in your blood stream.
That would be interesting. I know I love sushi, so maybe there's a connection there.
I don't know if that would be.
He does kind of have the Asian eyes a little bit, too.
He does. It's fucking Chinese eyes. Then again, so is Clint Eastwood. Maybe he's just a squinter. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and judge him.
No,
whether or not. I know this. I find out you're Asian, Fez, the show's over.
Why? Oh,
World War II, my fucking friend. World War II.
Ronnie-san.
When you bomb my people.
I got to figure out how my people got from Asia to Newfoundland. That is the long way around.
Not necessarily, not if you're going over the top, my friend.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's what it was.
They say those Eskimos are kind of Chinese. So Canada has it.
I do like it cold. Maybe I got some igloo blood in me.
Well, you used to. Lately,
Yeah.
I've seen you shivering like an old grandma. Here's Brian. Brian, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
I know every time I clean my ears out, I hit the old cat reflex in the ear.
Here is Ben. Ben, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, they got, what it is it's called sweet oil that they put in the ears.
Yeah.
Basically, all it is olive oil. And what it does is it just coats it and cleanses it at the same time. And it cuts back down an infection. And it usually works for anything minor,
I might go home and do it today because I remember it feeling so good. You can just feel hot ear oil just dropping through your brain, and it would just feel,
It's a whole lot better than
feels
just
good.
getting out of the swimming pool, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's comforting.
Yeah.
I've done it several times, and it works real well.
All right, see you later. Yeah, my mom and Dad, because of growing up when they grew up, they still had polio fears when I was a kid. They were like, I don't know if I want you in that pool. I'm like, everybody has a fucking pool. You know, they used to kind of be afraid of, like, backyard pools, because when they were little, people still got polio.
I remember sometimes getting that hydrogen peroxide, and I don't know whether I had an infection to begin with, but I would get up just spinning from that thing, where it's like it actually made me sick.
Here's Matt. Matt, you're on Ron and Fez.
Buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, BAC 5281.
Way to go old school for us.
Hoo-ah! Hey, Fezzy, glad to have you back, man. Listen, I say that I used to get bad ear infections when I was a kid, and now I get migraines, and they're so bad I don't even know how to explain a migraine. But I put my left or right ear will get like an earache when I get migraines, and I put an earplug in, and it helps me get through them. But then when I pull the earplug out, it's like bloody wax, and it's kind of like bloody wax.
You know, have they ever even come up with why some people get migraines? I don't think I've ever had one. I read stuff about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who would get him so bad that he couldn't even play in the playoffs. They would just drop him, and I don't know if they came on from stress or what. I don't know if they've ever even figured it out.
Well, the doctors tell me they have all different ideas. Like, it can be alcohol, it can be stress, it can be caffeine, whatever, man. But a painkiller won't stop it. Two painkillers won't. I mean, they take me out.
Yeah, I've heard about it, but I got to say, I've never been dropped with one in my life.
I've had a migraine. It is the worst feeling. It's like
you get chronic migraines? Do they come to you?
It only happened to me once in my life.
Yeah.
And it is, you can't function. It's just like someone's drilling. It's like someone's taking a drill in the top of your head, and just it's constant pounding of the head to the point where you have no equilibrium. You're
just totally fucked.
Yeah, you can't move. You move a certain way. You move an inch, it hurts. The pain just shoots entire.
What do? You just lay down?
You lay down. You try to close your eyes. But all you can think about is the pain. It's just constant
To
pain.
me, I'd be riding that horse. I'd fucking tie off, shoot some fucking junk, and just relax until it was over.
But nothing. That's the thing.
Heroin doesn't work.
Nothing numbs it. That's
You're just telling me heroin. You'll fucking be high on H and be going, "Oh, my head's killing me."
You know, I took like not a painkiller, just like any kind of relaxers, anything to numb the pain.
Compare the two, Earl.
But I mean, I didn't.
You
try
got a fucking Excedrin.
I didn't try the H though.
Hey, look who it is. It's the champ, Fezzy. Bobby the intern wants to explain how he went from the champ on our show to a mumbling, bumbling, stumbling idiot on O&A. What happened to his confidence? Bobby, how are you, buddy?
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Listen, I'm getting bashed because, it's just like wrestling. Like, you go to a different Fed, you have to work your way up. Like, you gotta get over.
Are you eventually going to become the champ again? Are you going to have some confidence again?
I'm trying. You can't just go in there and, act like, even Ron and Fez, when I first came to you guys, I didn't just go in there.
Yes, you did. First day you came in, you did your fucking Norton act. You told us about loving your girlfriend's ass, and you were a hit right off the bat.
Exactly. You guys gave me a chance off the bat.
Oh, they're not giving you a chance.
See, but what they don't notice is the listeners is when I went in there, me and Bill had a promo that now runs on 202 for the Super Bowl. So we have a promo that's running. It's going to be gradual, but eventually.
Who are you intimidated of, Bobby?
You know what? Opie and Anthony they're a little intimidating. I'm not going to lie, but then again, so are you, Ron. But I don't know. It's just going in there. It's not as.
What are you afraid of? Failure?
Yeah, I'm afraid of failure because even the production assistants, anytime you do anything wrong, they're all over you. They just jump on you. So I'm being a little bit more careful this time.
So you're intimidated by everyone.
You got to walk in there tomorrow and say, "Look, motherfuckers, I'm hysterical. I'm the champ."
I don't know if that'll go over so well.
I'm not here to sing it. I'm here to bring it. Just you and Norton start going to dozens. Once you drop Norton, believe me when I tell you, Anthony's going to have so much respect for you.
So, yeah, just go in there and go after Norton then.
Go after Norton. Take him down.
Yeah, you know what? I might try that actually, because But then again, they don't let me in the studio as much as I'd like to be. They don't let me on the air. They don't. They don't understand.
So you're waiting for permission instead of kicking the door in.
Kicking the fucking door in. You got your champ belt on.
I need the right circumstances for them to put me over. But
let me tell you this. I will tell you this about Opie. If it's funny, he'll let you in the door.
Okay.
Hitler could come by. If Hitler had 5 fucking funny minutes, you'd see Opie turning his mic on.
All right. That does make sense. That gives me a little more confidence, too.
But if you blow it, if you're unfunny, if you come in there at a D level, forget that C level. I wouldn't even be comfortable with a B level. You got to come in there with your A stuff.
My A stuff.
I don't know if you can take Norton. I know that's your goal right now, is to take Norton down a peg, make your bones. I don't know if you can do it, Bobby.
You know what? I think I may be able to.
You're not funny in the conventional sense.
No, I'm just...
Actually, you're not even funny. You're kind of unusual and stereotypical.
All right. But I could use that, right?
Ronnie, this doesn't sound like the champ on the other end of this phone line.
Yeah, I'm talking to a vagina right now.
It's a vagina dialogue.
Right.
Ron,
the other thing that you don't understand is one of the things that you would drop by here, you would be the Italian guy. Hey, I'm an Italian guy. Oh, bada bing, bada boom, bada boom. That would make us laugh. Anthony grew up with that his whole life. You're not fucking shocking him. You're not bringing him something new. That's like somebody going up to Earl and trying to be the colored guy.
Yeah.
It's not going to... You're not unique anymore.
So what you're saying is I need to come up with a new gimmick, kind of.
Can I bring up one word to you?
Sure.
Stilts?
Ooh.
You fucking come in there with stilts?
Yeah, you think they'll like that? I could be.
No, I don't think so. I never saw anybody funny as stilts.
Not even like those big Uncle Sams in a parade or something?
Yeah. All right, what's this big promo you're running?
It's for the Super Bowl. Tomorrow, they're having the two guys.
Right, Super Bowls. All right, you got it in there, Earl? All right, and you and Bill wrote this?
Yeah, me and Bill sat down and wrote this, and then Steve helped us out.
All right, here's the thing. Who wrote most of it, you or Bill?
It was a little crazy, so Bill put a lot of his input.
It's all Bill.
It's all Bill.
And then he's like, hey, I'll take any friend. I'll fucking split my work if it looks like I have a friend.
No, me and Bill.
Because I do that with Fez.
Yeah?
Hey.
I mean that in a good way. I'm your fucking friend, and you do all the work. That's fucking great. That's great for both of us.
I do.
But I'm so tired at the end of the day.
Whatever. The point is, buddy, we got our work done. That's the good thing. All right, let me hear this promo. Now, do O&A know that you did it?
Yeah, they brought us in. That's why. The thing is, the 2020 cameras were in there when I went in the studio, and the chair was, like, mounted against one of the lights, and I kept hitting the light. You know, it wasn't my fault. I'm not a small guy. Like, I would move the chair, and the light would fucking knock off, and then Opie would, like, fix the light, and then they were fucking with me, and then I was like, now you're just fucking with me, and then Opie yelled at me. It was, like, a whole big thing.
You're not going to be able to overcome that. You're the fucking new Harry.
Why can't you be cool in front of the TV cameras?
I was cool. It's just the chair hit the thing. It wasn't as bad as that that email you got, Ron, that said that I was fumbling around. I knocked the light off, and then
you were a mumbling, stumbling sack of cunt, is what I heard.
You've gone from the champ to being Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah,
I meant to do that.
Lady High moving the TV. So do you find yourself going like this now to Anthony? Hey, Aunt, you like that promo that's running? I don't know. I'm probably going to write another one.
No, well, we're
One thing about it, if an intern gets anything on the air, they keep bringing it up to you over and over.
Well, we're very proud of it. This is our first thing on the air, so
yeah. Here's what you. How long was this thing?
I don't know, about a minute and a half. Maybe?
A minute and a half. Those guys got to fill fucking 4 hours. They're not going to be too thrilled with the minute and a half over and over. How long is it, Earl?
They got it down to a minute.
Down to a minute.
Yeah.
So you can't expect them to be, days later. Oh, thank God for that minute. That minute really helps out. Way to go, champ.
I know, but you got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, you did. You're at a minute.
The next day.
Yeah.
You can't go back to what happened on Monday.
Yeah.
All right. right. Well, I'm going to come in with something probably Friday when I come in. I'll think of something.
Again, who gives a fuck? All right, let me hear this promo to hear how good it is. All right, Bobby?
All right.
All right, hold on. You hold on, all right? So Fez and I listen.
The following promo was written by interns. Thursday, February 2nd. Opie and Anthony, the shock jocks who are so extreme to the core they force their listeners to have sex in a church, present the most extremely awesome event in satellite radio history. The first annual Super Bowl.
Man, I can't wait to see the Seahawks play the Steelers.
Wrong, douchebag. Reigning champ Matt the pill-popping construction worker will defend his balls of steel against the revenge-seeking pride of Puerto Rico, the Connecticut king of cock, Raphael.
Yeah, he's gonna be cock.
Open-handedly beat your kids to sleep, sock your significant other in the face, kick your boss where he wears his yarmulke, and brace yourself for some really, really straight, non-homosexual balls-to-the-wall action.
Fuck yeah, extreme to the max.
It's gonna be an all-out, nut-bashing, cocks-clashing, high-heel-stomping, pig-fucking, big-ball-busting bonanza.
Shit, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker.
This is your Sultan of Smut, Steve C. God bless America.
All right, Bobby. First of all, Steve's great. Second of all, that sounds 1,000,000% like Crazy Bill the intern, and nothing like you. That is his entire weird sense of humor, and I don't hear you on it at all.
It's all the random crazy thoughts, all put together in a minute promo that Bill has.
Bringing up things that I'd rather not hear on the air, and Bill brings them up every day. What exactly took place in the church? I don't know, Bill. I'm not going to sit here and do history lesson with you. I'm not going to go over everything.
Well,
I can't do that.
It was a combination of both of us.
Yeah.
It was a little crazy of the promo, but I got some input to tone the crazy down a little bit. But it was funny and it was deliberate.
So you see yourself more as an editor.
You know what? We were both involved in that because.
What was your part? Extreme to the max? Wow, Weird Bill's coming up with hog fucking.
He did throw the pig fucking line.
I knew that.
His. But
it's obvious to everyone here, Bobby, what has happened.
He's bringing up St. Pat's. He's bringing up anti-Jewish stuff. Of course it's that weird kid.
I was involved.
There's nothing about you. I know your sense of humor, and it's not that weirdness.
You got some nerve taking that kid's work and turning it in as your own. Some nerve.
I do it. I have no problem with it.
We both sat down, and that's what came out of it. We both were talking. It was, with just the sound.
Give us one joke of yours.
Well, let me think now.
Thank you. That's what you.
The God Bless America part.
Yeah.
Well, the Steve Animal sound was mine. We were like, let's put something weird that's not actually Steve, and then the dolphin sound came out of it. I thought that was kind of ironic and funny, and then the beginning part. Of the whole beginning part, we wrote back and forth. It was like line for line, all that high energy.
This is pathetic that you're fucking even doing this, champ. It's beneath you.
You could hear, you could hear lines that are distinctly Bill. Beat your kids to sleep.
And let's face it, all that stuff is Steve. That's what he does. When you hear that's Steve's delivery. That makes it fucking entertaining.
Well, yeah, but that was my idea was for the monster truck promo, like the monster truck energy part of it. That was big, like the whole.
That's new in radio.
Parodying the monster truck thing, and then we were line for line in the first paragraph, and then the second opener where we said I said put the kids to sleep.
You know what you ought to do, buddy, because this is pathetic right now. You ought to go in there balls first, saying "Let's go." I want my fucking balls stung.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I might have to do that, actually. If you think so, Ron, then if you think I don't...
Why don't you do is snip off the bottom of your sack, fucking squeeze a ball out, and go, that is a fucking intern for you.
I kind of like both of my balls, but if you think I'm not coming across good...
So you feel you're intimidated? No, I'm just going by what the listeners are saying. You went from being the champ to the chump, from the fucking penthouse to the outhouse. Everybody wants you to see you do better. What I would do is try to follow Anthony around. If he's going out to a restaurant, sit down at the table with him, have a drink with him.
Well, that didn't work for Paulie.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Just ask his advice, career advice.
Yeah, career
constantly.
Advice. Yeah. So what is it? Timing? Is that the main thing? Timing?
It could be that. You know what? It's just that I've been there for a couple weeks. And the first time I got in the air, it was a little nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
That's just how I felt. And it didn't help that they were breaking my chops, but that's what they do. It was what happened.
What happens when you get your chops broken? What do you do in this world? You fucking spin it. You see how much Fez has to spin in his life? It's like Lawrence Taylor. Think Lawrence Taylor and think comedy.
That's just at family reunions.
You always told me you have to spin it back. You have to spin it back. I should have. That was my mistake. I should have came back. But
you're fucking stumbling, fumbling, fucking going all over the place. You had a bucket in your fucking attached to your shoe, stamping around here. That's no way to be.
I know, Ron.
All right, hold on. Some listeners want to help you here.
All right.
Here's Lou. Lou, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, is this the champ or is this Harry?
It sounds like Harry making fucking excuses, coming up with fucking things that aren't happening.
We found Harry.
Yeah. Needs to go on sabbatical, too.
Yeah, the next thing we know, you're going to be going to Mecca to try to clear your head out.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm still doing a good job with all the other shit around there. Just because I had one bad time on the air makes me a bad fucking intern. These callers don't know shit.
Here's Fred. Fred, you're on Ron and Fez.
The champ is a douche.
All right, say this is...
When the O&A had that American mess, he let one of those messes walk in with the championship belt. I called him up. He was on the phone. Called him out on it, and the pussy would not let me through. He's always make me look bad. I can't do nothing. He's a little pussy.
All right.
These are sad stories. It's like when you hear Leon Spinks was cleaning up a high school gymnasium.
All right, here's Marianne. Here's Marianne. She emailed this, Champ. How you doing, Marianne?
Doing good. How are you?
Good, honey.
I got to tell you, when this guy was on O&A, really, just not the same person at all.
Yeah.
In fact, he said that if he had interned for them first, they would have threw him out after 3 days, and he could not believe you guys kept him on.
Whoa. They said if Paulie would have interned for them first, they would have threw him out. Just because I didn't, I don't fucking follow them around and lap their ass up doesn't make me a bad fucking intern. I'm sitting there and I'm taking my time there fucking seriously. I'm not going to just, make a fucking fool of myself. Yeah, the first fucking appearance on the show wasn't great, but it'll go up from there. I am a fucking champ. And you know what? Ron, you're fucking right. I didn't do the right thing first, and I'm fucking wrong for that. But all these listeners fucking bashing me, that's ridiculous. Because you know what? I am on the fucking radio, and I will fucking make it better. Okay? How about that, Marianne?
That sounds more like the champ to me. I'd like to hear that spirit on O&A.
Yeah, that's true.
Will he carry that into the ring with him?
Yeah, that's true.
What I want to hear.
That's
I
the
like
thing.
The champ. I love the champ. I'm with the champ.
Right now, the only championship he's got is for knocking over the most TV lighting.
Bingo.
You know what?
But it's just, honest to God, his voice and everything. Champ, I'm not bashing you here, but your voice and everything, you didn't sound like the same guy.
She's got a point there, Bobby. She's got a point there.
I know, and I addressed the point that it was a shaky first-time appearance, and the champ won't let that happen again.
All right, we'll be looking for your future ones. Thanks for your time.
All right, bye-bye.
So long.
Are you going to be like the Cinderella man? This time you're fighting for milk?
Well, this time, you know what? My first appearance was so shaky. Now I gotta make it that much fucking better than my second appearance. So
I'm worried about you taking on Norton. That's what makes me nervous. He's good at this type of thing. I think you're aiming too high.
He's very quick, but
I liked it. Here's what I liked that you did. You took Bill's work, you took Steve C's work, and you wrapped it around you, and you took credit for it. That to me shows you that you got some radio know-how.
Well,
yeah. You could end up being program director. You could be the next Wiki.
Sure, slapping your name on stuff.
Yeah.
That's all it takes, a rubber stamp.
All right. Now, I see where I went wrong, and it won't happen again.
All right, hold on. Here's Albert from Canada. How you doing, Albert? What do you say, buddy?
What do I say?
Yeah.
Oh, I think the champ guy is not fucking good at all, taking other people's shit.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think of that. That is true.
Oh,
you're from Canada. Everything you do is fucking a parody of America. Jesus fucking Christ. And you're going to blame me for fucking helping Bill write a fucking promo?
What do you mean a parody of America? What are they doing?
Everything they do is just, they're America Junior, everything they do.
So they're the Weird Al Yankovic of countries, you're saying?
Yeah, everything that we do, everyone else does.
They have that Maple Leaf Spangled Banner.
Hey, Albert, you going to take this from him?
No, fuck that. Come on, man.
You're almost there. You almost have a thought together.
What?
Yeah. Okay, buddy.
Fuck.
Yeah, I understand. That's difficult stuff.
Oh, fuck.
Go have Molson's. You know, Champ.
Yeah.
You know the Fezzy believes in you, and he wants you to do well. All right, hold on. Danny just came by. Danny, you're hearing the story right now of the Champ. He can't seem to get over on the O&A show. The listeners are making fun of him. Apparently, he made an ass out of himself the first time. How does he move ahead in the world? When is he going to get some respect? Here comes the Hawk into. Hawk, what's happening with this guy?
He's getting respect. I mean, we've seen what he's done for the show. It's he's got to earn his keep around
He said he slightly shit himself the first day. There was a little bit of shit that went down.
Yeah,
what happened?
He's he's not the same guy.
He's nervous?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quiet.
Yeah.
He sits and waits for somebody to ask him to do something. He's not the same.
Yeah.
I hate to hear that. He used to be a go-getter.
Yeah.
Was he? I never noticed anything except for when he came in here. So I never know whether he did any work over there. Did he, Earl?
Yeah, he was always a go-getter. He was always bringing ideas. He was up. He was energetic. He was really into it.
Yeah. Maybe because our whole staff is Earl, and he has more of a laid-back attitude, and the O&A show is going 100 miles an hour all the time. Maybe you guys expect work done. Where here, we're pretty excited if there's anyone punctual. Punctuality goes a long way with us.
I mean, he seems to have stepped up behind the scenes, I guess. I mean, I heard he's ordering people to go get him lunch and things of that nature.
Is that right? You're at that point now? The intern who gets other interns to get him lunch?
We ask him to make copies. He teaches the other people how to make the copies for him. They hand it to him, and then he walks it back in.
All right, is that it, Champ?
Copy Champ.
You know what? I help out around there for all those other guys. It's just there's so many people, so when you're doing 3 different things at once, you might have to ask one of the interns, "Hey, listen, could you help me out with this because I'm doing this?" That's like a respect thing. Just you being in the same boat, you're trying to help each other out. You won't wanna come out on top.
All right, let me ask you this, boys. He says he wants to take Norton down a peg. Do you think that that's a smart idea?
Well, how's he going to do that?
With his comedic talents, he says. With his comedic talents, he's going to go in and play the dozens on him.
Yeah, put him in his place.
Yeah.
You should take that third mic.
In Earl's neighborhood, it would be Yo Mama jokes. I don't know how he's going to do it on O&A.
Bobby, why don't you just, every time you have a good line, just put it on a Post-it note and give it to somebody. And we'll take it from there. Who knows? You could end up being head writer.
This place is going to look like it was painted yellow. Many Post-it notes.
Wait a minute, you guys have Post-it notes? That's so cool. All right, Bobby, I don't know what's happening. Here's Tony. He wants to help you, though. Tony, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, why doesn't this guinea wop just shut the fuck up and go back into obscurity where he belongs?
Wow. What do you say to that, Bobby?
This guy's a fucking jerk-off.
I'm a jerk-off. Listen to you, little jackass, you fucking coffee runner. I couldn't handle it on one show, so they put you on another, you little douche.
Sir, what do you do, sir?
Hey, I make over $80,000 a year working on phones, so blow me.
You're a fucking phone. You're a phone guy. You're a douche.
Could you fix ours?
You're a fucking. How old are you?
What was that?
How old are you?
How old am I?
Yes.
I'm 38.
You're 38 years old. I'm 21 years old. I'm graduating school.
Yeah, what school do you go to?
I'm working for the Ron and Fez and Opie and Anthony show. I work for both of them.
What school did you go to?
I go to Pace University.
What community college let you stumble in and take a class?
I go to Pace University, you motherfucker.
Pacemaker?
On a full ride, I'm getting a fucking degree in finance with a minor in economics, and I'm fucking interested in radio, and I seem to be doing pretty fucking good because I'm on the air more than you, asshole. How about that?
How much are you making? How much are you making in radio?
You know what? I don't make anything in radio, but it makes up for it with the other things I do, bro.
Okay, so you're making the same thing I'm making in radio. Good call.
Oh, Champ. Champ, you're definitely not ready for Norton.
You're going to have to handle Norton a lot better than that.
You're going to have to dodge Norton. You're not ready for the Norton fight. He's too strong.
He is strong. I will give him that, but I may have to train.
Yeah. All right, Bobby.
All right. I took my beating here a little bit.
You took a beating. There's no doubt about it. You took a beating. It didn't happen for you. What is it, Dave? What's going on? come on in here.
We got another.
What?
There's another intern for the Opie and Anthony program.
Yeah.
Who has something about to the champ to say? So
All right.
I thought it would be best to
All right,
be
come
said.
on in.
This is Tim,
Hey,
the intern
Tim.
from Opie and Anthony.
Yeah. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Tim.
What's going on?
What, you got some inside dope here? Something we don't know about?
Well, it's nothing
You're breaking
inside.
a story? Yeah. What is it?
What's going on, champ?
What's up?
Go ahead.
Hey, what's going on?
What's your story?
I just wondering. I was asking Bobby what time he likes to come in the morning.
Why? What's happening?
I don't know. The interns are supposed to be here like 5:45. I was just wondering what time he actually comes in.
What time you get in, Bobby?
I get in at 6:15.
All right. No, you saying no to that, Timmy?
He was here about 6:35, 6:40.
Where is he all the time?
I don't know.
Almost an hour late.
So he's...
Whoa. Who said interns are supposed to be in at 5:45?
That would be Ben and Steve.
Ben and Steve said interns would be 5:45. Okay, well, maybe I talked to Ben and Steve on the side, and I have some issues with transportation from fucking the South Shore of Staten Island. Maybe that's the case. So if you want to bring that up, you know, what I fucking say on the side, you could do that. You know, you're going to call me out on a different show to fucking say that I got there at 6:35.
He's humiliating you. Is what he's doing. He's fucking humiliating you on the air after you just had an argument with that phone guy. Timmy's trying to take you down a notch.
Actually, I do have one issue with,
Go ahead, what
with
is it?
Bobby.
What is it, Tim?
The other day, he went to get food orders, and Travis asked for an orange juice, and he forgot the orange juice.
He forgot the orange juice?
And he comes up to me, and he goes, "Hey, Timmy, go get me an orange juice right now." And it's like, dude, if he asked me nicely, I would have easily went out and got for him. He just...
Right,
it was
the way he fucking said it.
Right.
He's not the boss of the interns.
I said, could you do me a favor? Could you get the orange juice? I forgot it because I'm doing something here right now. I was in the middle.
Didn't happen that way, Tim?
It was get me orange juice.
Right.
That hits a nerve with me.
I got something for Bill the intern today. I had no problem doing it. He asked nicely.
But you need a little respect in your life.
Not respect. It's just courtesy.
Courtesy, not respect. Courtesy. You got no fucking courtesy, Bobby.
He's full of shit. I do have courtesy. I'm very respectful all the time to people who deserve respect. And I asked him, I said, could you do me a favor to get me an orange juice? He looked at me like who the fuck are you? And I said, okay, good. I asked you once. So now I know that this motherfucker is not on my fucking team. He's on the same intern team. We're all not in the same fucking boat because anybody else over there, you talk to Sean, you talk to John, I'm great with those guys.
Right.
We're all friends.
All right,
and,
so
and
there's an actual problem between you guys.
There's not a problem.
There's a fucking problem.
Gonna have to be settled.
Squared circle?
That's what I think.
I just think Bobby was having a bad day that day because I've never had a problem with him before.
You just made it a problem by coming on the fucking air and bringing it up.
And what are you going to do? What are you going to do about it, Bobby?
How do you fix this problem? You got Tim and Norton now on your list.
Well, forget Norton. Head's so far above him. It's like asking a baby to fight fucking Tyson. Ain't going to happen. But Tim, maybe this is where he starts. What are you going to do about it, Bobby?
You know what? He gets no respect now. That's just how it goes from me.
He's on the no respect list?
No, and everyone else gets the utmost respect and utmost loyalty at that show. That's the type of person I am, respect and loyalty. And you know what? You want to fucking ask something out over the air? That's fucked up. Just come out and call me out. Like, what did he do to deserve to fucking call me out?
He's just treating you like a bitch. Don't take it personal. He just wants this stuff known. That you're doing a shitty job, and that's why you're fucking up on O&A. Everybody sees it.
And you're just not the champ anymore.
I'm doing a fine job. I feel I'm doing a fine job. And you know what? It's the first couple of weeks. It will get better. It's always a little shaky in the beginning. You have to just get your bearings about you over there.
I hold on. Than just came in. Than, you see these guys every day. If you had to make a cut, if we said XM is called, we got to drop an intern. Do you drop Tim or do you drop Bobby? Who's got to go first day?
That's an interesting spot you're putting me.
Well, it's what XM has asked me to do.
Yeah, that's a definite possibility.
Yeah.
Not as hypothetical as you might think.
Yeah, I got that call today.
I got to check my corporate email more often, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Bobby has history.
Right.
You know, he has some proven track record. Tim, also has some history. He's done a lot for the O&A show.
Uh-huh.
I think there's got to be some sort of competition that would be able to sort between them two, because right now we only have sort of 2 weeks of data to work with on Tim.
Do you guys want to put the gloves on and start going at it?
I'll put gloves on.
In studio?
In studio, yeah.
Sure, lobby boxing.
Okay.
You got to fucking lobby box every once in a while. You guys are welcome to come on this show and we'll lobby box anytime you want to. I like the fact you're wearing the Red Sox hat around New York.
Yeah.
Shows these people, fuck you.
That's where I'm from.
And this kid from Staten Island, fuck him because he loves his team. You gonna put up with that, Bobby?
Nope, I'm not gonna. I'll fucking put the 16 ounces on any time.
All right.
I'll put the gloves on.
We either do it that way or fucking break a bottle on each other.
I'll do that fucking too. I took shots to the fucking face. I could take more, and I could fucking give him back fucking 10 times harder.
I saw you go that you took Master Poe to the limit.
Me and Master Poe had our little thing.
Yeah.
I respect him, and I came out of there the champ.
You know what? Let's call Master Poe in. Maybe he can be in charge of this whole thing. Master Poe, you hear what's going down. This has gotten out of control for Fez and I. We want no parts of it. There's been some trouble in the back. It's spilled onto the air here. Would you set up a little lobby boxing tournament between these guys?
Yeah, sure. Why not? All right.
Yeah.
First of all, when I had you in the corner, I hit you about 40, 50 times before you even had a chance to blink. Number one. Number two, I was on the microphone and the time was counting, and I thought it was a big joke.
Right.
And then after 15 seconds, I decided to play your game.
Right.
I didn't know he came in with a list.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
This has been on his mind.
So you got to think you don't like Bobby too much.
No.
There's something about Bobby drives you crazy.
No, I have nothing against Bobby, except what he just said over the air. Bobby, come down to my school.
Right.
Come on down. I have a 9-year-old that'll rip you apart.
All right,
I want to see that too.
Here's the thing, Master Poe. Bobby wants to take on Timmy and box Timmy here. Or if you feel better about it, it goes no rules, however you guys fight. Could you set up something where these guys can just settle this thing once and for all?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
We need to get some equipment.
Yeah.
Headgear, mouthpiece.
Yeah, we won't do it today. We'll do it another day.
Yeah.
But it should be worked out.
We should get the kind of gloves that they wear on Little Rascals.
It should be bigger gloves.
Big gloves, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure there'll be some bees flying around the studio after the show.
I wouldn't mind doing that. It's just fucking fighting in a room full of bees. Bee boxing, where it's basically a room full of bees and you're in there. So you got a thing with Bobby because he took you to the limit. That he would not you could not make him tap out.
No, he didn't take me to the limit. It was a game.
Yeah.
It wasn't real.
Bobby, didn't you tell me right after that whole thing happened that you could have took Master Poe out if this was like on the street?
Well, all I had to prove was lasting that time limit, and that's
right.
No, that's not what you said. You said that you could have taken him down, out cold. That's what you told me after the show.
I don't know. I don't recall that, but all I know is the stipulation was lasting a minute without tapping out, and I lasted a minute without tapping out. You really can't argue with that.
That's true.
The facts are the facts.
Now, I mean, looking people over, I know you can look at people. You know what Bobby looks like coming in from Staten Island. Then you got Tim, the Boston bad boy. He's got he's got like that, like he's ready to strike like a snake, like his body could whip if it had to. Who would you pick right now, Master Poe?
What kind of whip are you talking about?
Yeah.
He's coiled like a snake.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah. Ready to strike.
What background do you have, Tim?
What background do I have? Like as far as what?
Back Bay. That's his background. Back Bay, Boston.
Playing cards?
I've never been in a fight in my life. That's the kind of person I am.
Never?
Never.
How did that happen?
I like to verbally solve my issues, and I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, how did you not verbally solve this one and get out of it?
I was kind of brought into it there.
Yeah.
Ron. Yeah.
So now you're a little nervous about.
I'm not nervous at all.
Yeah.
I'm not.
You sound a little nervous, Tim. You sound a little stuttering, and you're gonna play it down like, I never got in a fight. Everyone's been in even a little fight, even with your brothers, your siblings, or somebody.
I've never in my life been in a fight. Ever.
Even my dad smacked me around a little bit.
But here's the thing, Bobby. You're used to 6-on-1 Staten Island, as you call it, N bashing. I'm not, because of Earl here and it's the month of February, I'm not going to say what he calls it, Earl, but it's N bashing.
No, I fight fair. Always fight fair. I've taken a beating in my life, too. You have to. Everyone takes a beating in their life.
No. I'm from a small hick town in Massachusetts.
So you want no part of this now?
I will do it. I'm not afraid. We'll do it.
If you're afraid, you're afraid. No one's going to judge you, Timmy. I got no judgment for you.
Maybe you start going by Tim instead. That might help. Instead of Timmy.
What about Timbo? You got a problem with that?
Timbo works.
Yeah. All right, so Master Poe, you're going to be in charge of this.
Okay.
Putting the whole thing together. I'd like to see him fight with weapons, but that's me. I'm old school that way.
Fuck it, give him a weapon. I don't even need one.
You want to go that way?
Oh, my God.
I don't even need a weapon. Give him like a kendo stick, whatever the fuck he uses.
What about this? Can he soak it in kerosene and light it on fire?
If he wants
Lit
to.
kendo match, Mr. Poe? Is that something we could do here, or would the building have a problem with it?
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Why don't we do this?
Right.
Okay.
Baseball bat wrapping barbed wire?
No.
Oh.
Instead of doing this boxing deal, because it seems like he'll get hurt.
Timbo?
Yeah. Tim is definitely going to get hurt. Why don't we have a rubber knife?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll put chalk on the rubber knife, and they'll go at it. Whoever gets cut first wins. That's it. Done. Over.
Knife fight?
A knife.
How do you feel about a knife fight?
There's kind of skill involved in that, isn't there? Like, you're just...
What do you think? Fighting? There's no skill.
Well, it doesn't matter. Depends who you are. Why do you say that, Master Paul?
Just figure it as a game of tag.
No.
Make you nervous?
It's a game of tag.
He doesn't think you got it up there.
Would you rather have someone take their fist and plow it directly into your nose where your blood is splattering all over the place? Or would you like to have a little rubber knife tap your hand and say, ouch?
We can have gloves on? Let's go. I don't care.
He wants to fight.
He wants to fight.
Listen, Tim, if you want, we'll play Monopoly against each other. And whoever wins
What about
Monopoly
this?
will be the champ.
We do it Red Sox style. It's the finger in the ass match. First guy gets his finger up the other guy's ass wins. And I want 2 digits. 2 digits in.
I'll special referee.
Not up to the
I got
wrist.
6 fingers.
Fez, if Fez comes into this thing, we'll get up to the fucking armpit. Timmy, you would rather box than the knife fight.
If we're doing this in the studio, on air, right here, I'm up for anything.
You would rather box than this?
Yeah.
All right. Master Poe's called you on this.
Okay. Well, there has to be a time limit.
No time limit. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. It's fucking, yeah. We rock this thing.
Thunderdome.
Well, how does someone tap? How do you determine?
You don't. When a man can't walk.
Listen, I say you put us both in the back office. We go out, and whoever walks out of that fucking room is the winner.
We'll just have a mic on the outside listening.
It's a very small space.
Hear Pulp Fiction music playing.
Yeah. You know, I got to tell you something about Tim. He's pretty interesting here. He had a chance to get out of it in the rubber knife match, which I like the sound of it. I like what Master Poe was coming up with. You lay some chalk on the other guy. But you're saying no.
We can do that.
You want
fine.
blood? You want blood from this kid?
No, I don't want blood.
You want to beat Bobby until he doesn't know what he's doing anymore.
And show who's going to be going for whose orange juice.
Yeah. Interesting. Hey, Dave, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you?
Hey, what's happening, guys?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm fucking sick of this kid, Bobby. Why doesn't he go buy a fucking cake and eat it?
All right. That was the thing that made Harry cry and run off. I haven't seen Harry since that memo.
He's still eating cakes.
No. I'll tell you what, right now, this whole thing has got Bill crying in the back. Bill has been crying ever since he thought Bobby was going to be in a fight.
Well, he's kind of the Adrian to Bobby's Rocky.
Yeah, that is true. He really is.
He'll be running to the ring, losing his hat, trying to climb in there.
Why don't you bring your turtles, Cuff and Link, here?
We got each other's back, Bill and me. So
Look, can I tell you something about Bill? Take him to the zoo. I heard retards love the zoo.
Nah, he's all right. He's
Bill,
a
who
good
you
guy.
pulling for in this?
Who do you like, Adrian?
Who's going to win, or who do I want to win?
Yeah, both.
I think Bobby has more of a will to win.
Yeah?
And that's probably going to win.
And who do you want to win? Who do you want to come out of Thunderdome? Or do you need to see all their nipples first? What are you going for, Bill? What do you want from us?
I want to see an interesting match. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a little one-sided.
Are you going to make Bobby promise never to fight again? That this is the last fight as soon as he takes on Clubber Tim Lang here?
I don't fucking know. I was back in the back working, so I don't even know the stipulations of this too much.
Thanks for the help. You're always good in the air, Bill.
Odd, the little man.
He is. He's strange.
He's still hypnotized.
All right, well, Bobby, we got to go to a break here, so I want both you guys to talk to Master Poe about how you want this set up.
All right.
All right?
Okay. Am I holding on or what?
No.
Okay.
No, you'll talk to him later on your own time. We're in no hurry with this.
All right.
Talk to you later.
Bye, Bob.
Sounds good. Bye-bye.
Oh, I like that. I like that angle.
Nice.
Bye, Bob.
Not even the champ.
Bye, Bob. You got him at the end, Tim.
Oh.
Good work.
I like you for it.
Yeah.
Earl, who you picking?
You know, you didn't back up.
I didn't.
like that.
Yeah.
Tim didn't back down. I
No,
was
he
impressed
didn't.
with that. He had an out and didn't take it.
He had an out and didn't take it.
You always got to be careful of the quiet ones too. You never know what they're thinking. You never know what they got up their sleeves. And he's never had a fight before, so he'll just come out like a madman. He'll get all raged up.
Just years of abuse.
Here's what you've never had happen though, Tim. You've never been punched directly in the nose, and it's the worst fucking thing in the world.
My wife's done that before.
I know you think that it's all, but am I right about that, Master Poe? No matter what happens, you take that first shot in the nose, then you know whether you're a fighter or not.
Yeah, your nose bleeds, your eyes tear, you won't be able to see anything, you'll be a little dizzy.
Whole face turns numb.
Is it any worse than being married?
Well, he's got a sense of humor about the whole thing. I don't know who you're married to.
A wonderful woman.
Yeah? How long you been married?
Maybe she could fight Bill, the intern.
She would kick his ass.
I'd love to bring on. All right, tag team. We tag
Mixed
team.
tag.
I don't know. I was in the back. Making a shank. Bill's the only person but they had him asleep in the hypnosis yesterday. Still couldn't relax. Still was twitchy and weird. So odd. Then I see him just cutting out letters from the newspaper. He's fucking mailing something to somebody. I don't know what it was.
John Nash is trying to crack a code there.
He says to me, how many S's in disembowel? I go, I don't know, Bill. You're fucking scary. All right, let's take a break. Glad to see everybody's getting along here at XM Fez.
So far, so good. Seems like Bobby. Seems like the odd man out, the champ.
He does seem like the odd man out. This Tim, Tim took his place in life.
Well, if I can say, he was the man on the Ron and Fez show. But I just feel we're all going into Opie and Anthony.
Yeah.
We're all equal, and we should all be treated that way.
You're not having him telling you go get a fucking orange juice.
Well, if he asked me nicely, I would have no problem with it. He missed Travis's orange juice, and he wasn't really doing anything. He was reading a paper in your office, and
isn't orange juice just a source of a lot of tension?
It really is.
It's a source of a lot with me. Fucking intern screwed up my orange juice, gave me a heart attack.
It's just a problem.
Yeah, it is. It's never done well.
No.
It's never done well for us.
I think Travis has a lot of nerve asking someone to go get orange juice.
I think we need to get a hold of Wiki and maybe get a fucking juicer in here, something, just to end this problem.
That would cut out 50% of the tension in this building.
All right, we'll be right back. Ron and Fez.
Ron and Fez, XM 202.
Ron and Fez show. Super Bowl week. Is the hype there, Fez?
No hype there whatsoever. Mike Holmgren's wife says she's not going. That was yesterday. She'll be in the Congo in Africa on an aid mission. So if the head coach of the Seahawks can't even get his wife to go to this thing, why bother?
I'm going to be watching. I mean, right now I'm not all pumped up for it, but I got a little bet on the game. Rolling Stones at halftime. It's the Super Bowl. I'll be checking it out. Now, I missed the president's speech last night, Fezzy. I was at the 92nd Street Y here in Tom Wolfe speak last night. And so I missed the whole thing. How did it go?
Yeah, State of the Union, it was typical W. It was a lot of tough talk and stuff like that. And there was a lot of things he would throw out where his voice changes sometimes. Like when he talks about terrorism.
Yeah.
Like he could talk about something, like if he's talking about education, he'll talk about the soft bigotry of underachievement and kind of fancy it up. When he talks about 9/11 or terrorism, we're not going to be sitting here waiting to get hit again. All of a sudden the language gets real simple, like he's yelling right to someone sitting in a red state, like you would hear it at any bar.
Yeah. Well, he's learned that the 9/11 talk is good talk to have for him. 9/11, 9/11, 9/11, 9/11.
And the odd thing was, before the State of the Union even began, they announced that Cindy Sheehan had been taken out of the House chamber there, arrested.
Yeah, she was. She was wearing she was invited to it, and then she was wearing some kind of a bad T-shirt. So like all of us in school, she gets chucked out for having a bad T-shirt on. I think it said Frankie say something on it. I don't know what it was.
I think it actually had the list of the number of how many dead we've had in Iraq, and then how many more, or something like that, or who's next, or something.
Yeah, well, that's the last thing you can have is a T-shirt. Your son died in Iraq. You got a lousy T-shirt.
She should have waited to take off the jacket after the speech started. Then we would have seen her getting taken out while this thing was going on.
Look, all she had to do was show up. You know, it's like seeing an old girlfriend at your wedding. She doesn't have to be acting crazy for you to be nervous about it.
She's talking about running for U.S. Senate out of California, challenging Dianne Feinstein for her seat. And then it's weird because then her and W are just going to run into each other in the Capitol. She's always trying to get a meeting with them, and they'll be hitting some of the same events together.
No, I heard some of the U.S. troops, Fezzi, this is out of UPI, they were upset by how much ABC is handling the Woodruff coverage.
Yeah.
What is going on right now?
Bob Woodruff, him and his cameraman flown back to the United States. They're at the Bethesda Naval Hospital now after getting injured in Iraq when that bomb went off while they were part of that caravan.
Right.
So the troops are saying that this...
First of all, what kind of shape is Woodruff in?
Woodruff, they had to remove part of his skull cap.
Can't be good.
Yeah. So his brother's saying he's got some facial injuries. They said the shrapnel didn't penetrate the brain, but it did the skull. And they had to do skull surgery and take shrapnel out of his chest as well. So he's missing part of his skull right now.
Does he know what's going on?
No, he's completely out of it. They said he's like responding to, like, if they touch his fingers or his feet or something like that, he'll respond. So everything's moving,
right?
But he is still not conscious, and they're keeping him unconscious.
So some of the guys in the military are upset about the coverage that he's getting.
Right, because something like this happens almost every single day in Iraq to one of our servicemen.
Right.
And they're like, why is it that this is such a gigantic story, because it happens to Bob Woodruff, when this should be a story every night on the news, because every night someone is getting killed or injured in this exact same way. Why does it only get this much attention when it's the press, and are the press over there in Iraq so much more important than the actual troops?
All right, we'll throw that one out there. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. We do have a war going on, and these guys have asked a legitimate question, Fezzi. They're saying, why, nothing against Bob Woodruff from ABC, but why has this completely blown up where not only ABC is covering this fact that he was wounded over there, but NBC, CBS, Fox, CNN, you name it. You can't turn on the TV without learning about it. And how many guys have we lost in Iraq, and how many have been wounded? Do you even know those figures anymore, Fez?
It's like 2,200 that have been killed.
Right.
And I'm sure we've hit 10,000 injured.
Right. And let's face it, you don't turn on TV and get to find out too many names, too many backstories, what the person was like. It's just not making the corporate news right now. Earl, what do you got for us?
No, I think the news agencies are running with it because it's one of their own.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just, a cameraman was he was also injured, and and this guy was an anchor.
Yeah, I understand that, but what do we fucking care? It's one of their own. To me, every one of those guys that gets killed or wounded is one of our own.
No,
I'm talking as an American, but if I can understand why it would be scary news inside ABC News, and I understand even all the coverage he's got, but these military guys are saying here, why aren't we put out there? Here is Ryan. Ryan, you're on Ron and Fez. Ryan, you're on the air.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, you know what? It's not really rocket science. I mean, the soldiers aren't, they're not walking around with cameras reporting on, these guys are going to report on one of their own and, just go with it. I mean, I don't think it's anything against the soldiers. I think it's just the story.
Their point is this. Every single day, these guys are getting wounded, these guys are getting killed, and it's just kind of thrown out there anonymously. We lost 4, we lost 6.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a great point by the soldiers, and it's a great point to point out, but it's just not what these people choose to report on. I mean, they don't have the say. It's some asshole sitting in the studio and
right. But here's the thing: we're all kind of victims of corporate news. You know what I mean? We all get the news that's given to us. So there's two reasons. Number one, they feel it's something we don't want to see. The consumer, the customer, which is all of us who watch the news, they figure two things. Either one, it's something that we don't want to see. We'll turn it off if we see it. And meaning basically we don't support the troops. Or B, to get a little more worried about it and get on the conspiracy side, it's something they don't want to show us. They don't want us to see wounded guys, dead guys, because then we'll be like, not sure if we want this war.
Yeah, one thing brought up in this UPI article is that, yesterday we all saw the footage of Bob Woodruff being loaded onto the plane in Germany, coming back to the United States of America. And we don't see any troops come home in any sort of condition.
Yeah.
Whether it's in a coffin or injured or just coming back.
Hey, Terry, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I wanted to give kudos to you guys for finally bringing up a point that over the last few days has kind of pissed me off. I was over in Iraq for six months one time and 8 months the other, and on an air crew at medevacing these guys out. And, you'd go in and pull out one or two a week, and they'd be missing arms and whatnot. And, the number's 15 guys die a week, and a lot more are permanently disabled because of this thing, and nothing gets mentioned about it. And then Bob Woodruff is, he's dumb enough to stick his head out of a Humvee when he shouldn't have, and now he's in the limelight for a week because of the mistake that he made. So
Terry, what's the reason you think that we don't get this on TV? Do you think it's they don't want to show us, or we don't want to see it?
Well, I think it's kind of the media, I feel, just kind of, it's the flavor of the week kind of deal. Guys are dying every week, and, there's other things going on that are more important, or the press thinks that they're more important, and, they kind of you just kind of get shuffled onto the back burner until something like this happens, and then now it's like, oh my God,
we're kind of losing you with your phone, but his point is this, Fezzi, is that it's not glamorous when it happens to our soldiers. I don't even know if that's the story, because I kind of feel like the news can make news out of whatever they want to. That if you can have one guy who's anonymous for one day, but you could do a backstory and people will become interested. We fucking do it with Survivor. You don't know who's on Survivor yet this year, but by week 3, week 4, you're going to know those people, and by week 7, you're kind of caught up in it, and that's what TV is able to do.
And they have done it when it works to be dramatized, like Jessica Lynch.
Yes, but any of these stories can be dramatized, so why don't they do it? You would think that's the way to do it, but they waited for Bob Woodruff.
I think it's also that element of news is entertainment also. Like, Pat Tillman was, he quit football to go into to fight the war on terror.
Right.
And to me, that's, in some news director's mind, that's an entertaining piece.
So you're blaming it on the corporate news. You're blaming it on the networks. Not so much on the viewers, like we'll turn off or whatever.
I blame it on the viewers.
Here is Alex. Alex, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's going on, boys?
Yeah.
Hey, a lot of my friends, I'm in the news industry, a lot of my friends are over there right now, or have been over there. And, not to take anything away, but these guys get hazard pay for all this stuff. They know what they're going over there. They're leaving their families. They're coming back with a shitload of money in their pockets. They're putting down payments on their homes, and they're taking the risk. You have a choice of.
Alex, no one ever said that this shouldn't have happened. What we're saying is this: why is this news? You work for the network. Why is he being injured? Major news, and this happened.
Self-serving, that's why.
Because it's self-serving. So you blame the networks themselves.
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
All right, thank you very much. Here is Shannon. Shannon, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Shannon, go ahead.
Yeah.
Hi. I think, there's a couple things. I think that part of it is that I feel like Bush has more control over how many of showing that the troops are, not making it to the media, that they're getting injured, whereas, here is one of the media themselves getting injured, and so they have control over that, and it kind of hits them closer to home. I don't agree that it's fair, but I do think it kind of helps bring to the American people that, anyone can be a victim. But what also I hate is the fact that in the media, why do they always say 2,000 American troops? Why don't they say how many troops total? Because it's not just the American troops. It's all the troops.
Well, they kind of do that like the Olympic medals, where they found out that Americans don't really want to watch the Olympic events go on. They want to watch Americans in the Olympics, and that our focus is not international. So, but you did bring up an interesting point, Shannon, that this time they're not intimidated about reporting exactly what happened by the administration. I'll give you a good example of that, Fez. When Nightline did the story of the people that were killed and would show their picture, say their name, show their picture, save their name, they were being seen as being anti-American by showing the troops on fucking television, showing the guys who gave their lives for us. It was anti-American because that brings up feelings of loss in the viewer, and the administration doesn't want that. The right wing doesn't want that. So it's being seen. If you can have a yellow ribbon and say support the troops and leave it out there and being anonymous. But if you say, here's the guy who died, here's how old he was, here's who his family was, suddenly people at home were thinking, well, what good is this war? Is this war really important? So you're really being anti-American in the eyes of some people by reporting the news of the guys who've been injured or killed.
I think it's Lou Dobbs every night. At the end of his show, he has a roll call of people who were killed in action for that day, and he shows their name and picture, and he still gets heat for it. It's like it's attaching a name with a...
Well, we heard about it in the State of the Union last night. It's the strategy of defeatism.
Here's Robert. Robert, you're on Ron and Fez.
How you doing, fellas?
Hey, buddy.
I know it's a serious subject. I just want to start off by saying I miss Soundboard Fez.
I miss Soundboard Fez, too. He would have had so much to say today that the real Fez can't seem to put his thumb on.
I'm in the Air Force. I've been in the Air Force for several years. Try to keep it pretty... I don't want to say too much about myself. I just got back a couple months ago. I'm an officer. And I look at this as a good thing. We used to always say over there that it's going to take a politician dying before people start noticing. And as with the troops dying and not getting the coverage, we did sign up for it. We know the risk. That one caller was wrong in saying that we make a shitload of money over there, because if you're in the military, you're not making a shitload of money.
I think he was talking about network news people.
Oh, they're making the shit.
The embedded reporters.
Yeah, you do make more money when you go overseas, but frankly, it's not worth the risk. I think this Woodruff guy is brave. I don't agree with saying he was stupid to stick his head out of a Humvee. The guy's a brave guy, and I like anything that calls attention to what's going on over there.
Well, it is his job as a news person to go where the news is and report it, and he was doing his job, and he knew there was risk, and he did get injured.
Yeah,
he was doing the right thing, apparently.
Yeah, my best friend from college is missing half his face because of a landmine right now. That got no coverage, of course.
But Robert, here's the thing.
Bob Woodruff, then, hey.
You were over there. You see now, getting back, what we see on the news. Are we getting this story?
No, you're not. You guys aren't even close to the story.
Yeah.
No one knows what's going on over there, except for the people that have been there.
Right.
The daily patrols that you go on. Now, I'm only in the Air Force, and I've been shot at because I fly C-130 as low level. But I really don't know what's going on over there because I'm in the air. I just have friends that are Marines that come back with a bullet in their calf, and they tell me what's going on, and it's not on the news.
Yeah.
What's on the news, with the State of the Union last night, I've never been more pissed off. I hate to hear Bush talk like this. Bush is a great leader when it comes to the war on terror. He's the kind of guy that no one will fuck with him. He won't let anybody fuck with us. But he sugarcoats everything. Just be honest, Put the cameras in there. I commend Bob Woodruff for being there, being a part of the action. Everyone needs to see what's going on and decide for themselves whether this is a cause worth fighting for or not.
That's the thing that kills me. It's not only should we see what's going on, it's our fucking right It's our responsibility to know what we're putting these guys into. I think it's our responsibility as taxpayers and citizens to know what the fuck is being done over there. It's crazy when they're acting like, well, it's only making things worse to not see those bodies come back. That we should not see a flag draped coffin in our news. It's insane to me.
Now, one thing I did not like is the Jessica Lynch story, because Jessica Lynch is a soldier. And as a man, I'm not a chauvinist, I feel like she got more coverage just because she was a woman and she signed up for it. So that thing pissed me off more than the Bob Woodruff thing. But you're right, the citizens need to know what's going on. And this woman, I forget what her name is, that keeps speaking out. You know, God, I hope she wins. Yeah, Sheehan. I hope she wins the election. I hope we have somebody in the spotlight constantly that at least calls the president's bluff and says, "Listen, you need to tell the people what's going on." You know, with the Under Armour on the Humvees, why shouldn't people know about that? I think if people knew about it, they'd be more likely to pay a little more taxes or watch the spending head in that direction.
And you're a guy, you support the president, right?
See, I didn't vote for him last election because I don't believe in the war, but I support him. He's my boss.
All right, thank you very much, buddy.
Yep, thank you.
We'll see you later. We got talking about this thing because I guess this was on the Drudge Report, and I guess UPI did it, Fez.
Yeah, it's from UPI, and it's talking about their servicemen that have emailed UPI, talked to reporters there that are in Iraq, and they want to know why the Bob Woodruff injury is such a huge story. Why one soldier says it's a bit frustrating to see something so dramatized that happens every day to some 20-year-old American.
Here's Richard. Richard, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you, buddy?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rich.
Yeah. My question to you guys is, or my little thing here is, he got injured over there. He went over there on his own, right?
Yeah.
And, he turns around and he gets treated through the military all the way through, where now it's the taxpayers paying for him. And unlike the soldiers and the airmen and everybody else that's coming back there, I got a nephew over there now that when they come back, they get their little disability check. He's going to get a large settlement from ABC.
Yeah, I mean, whatever happens with ABC, I'm sure they're going to support him. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And I'm sure ABC would handle whatever medical things. I mean, I have no idea how it's done. I'm sure the government could bill them or whatever they want. I don't think that's a problem.
Well, I'm just also looking at it, as when he gets back, he's going to be, he's in the limelight. He's going to get this huge settlement because, he's not going to be able to be a newscaster.
I have no idea.
More likely anymore.
Yeah, I have no idea. So you're saying he's better off than any of the military guys?
Right. Any of the military guys coming back, it's, well, here's your disability, whatever percentage they want to give them for how they were injured.
Right.
And go on with your life.
All right, thank you very much. 866 Ron Zero Fez, 866 Ron Zero Fez. Tim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad you picked me up as that rich guy. What is he talking about? This guy went on his own. His bosses sent him. His job sent him.
There was somebody who didn't go to a war zone a couple years ago and got fired. Scud.
Yeah, the Scud Stud.
Yeah.
Right.
Arthur Kent.
Right. So, it's not like this guy decided he was going to call Carnival Cruise and take a trip to Cabal.
But when you're a news guy, you pretty much sign up to, I'll go where the news is.
Right.
And
I understand he probably thought that, he was going to be okay and everything, but he also knew there was a risk.
Sure.
Now why this is getting so much more news is, let's face it, there's very little research that has to be done, on a backstory for this guy, because it's public knowledge. Everyone knows who this guy is.
Yeah, but, everybody should know, and I agree with you, but, to blame the networks, I got to go back to Fez and just blame us. If we're not interested, they're not going to give it to us. And I just feel like there's a lack of interest. I'll give you a fucking example right here, and this is a true story. If we started playing duck noises on this show, and we just played duck noises for hours and hours and hours, and they suddenly found out, hey, everybody's tuning in to hear these two stupid guys doing nothing but playing duck noises, fucking CBS Radio would pick it up, Clear Channel, and people, there would just be, they don't care. If the people show up and say, I want this, they'll fucking get it from these corporations.
Well, I think that's Sirius's strategy with Howard, but,
no matter what happens, if people fucking show interest in it, it will be copied. And there's some reason that we don't want to see what's happening in Iraq.
If the networks did this, if every 20-year-old, if every kid over there that got killed or injured in the same way was front page of the news, started the network newscast every night at 6:30,
right,
they would get complaints. Why are you showing this during dinner time? Why do we have to see this?
Well, here's the thing. They're going to get complaints from the groups that go, this is going to fucking hurt the war cause. And they're not going to get thank you stuff from people who feel like it's our responsibility to see it. So it's those smaller groups out there, and they could be big groups altogether, but I think smaller than the general population, that when they rattle their swords, the networks just do what they're told to do. They fucking honestly do. And I don't think Americans are invested in these guys. I don't think any of us are really fucking invested in the troops.
No,
even the people with the fucking yellow things on their cars.
The UPI article says fewer than 1% of the U.S. population is part of the military, where everybody, every family is feeling some sort of sacrifice on one way or another from this war.
Yeah, I mean, the fact is like, you don't have to know those guys or have them in your family to actually feel like they're invested in my thing and I'm with them on this.
I'm going back to what Fez said a while ago, whereas, like, would Americans be passionate if they had to, like in World War II, where you had to ration, where you went without certain things? I think that's why there's no real passion for the war,
It just doesn't touch people, and people don't want it touching them. That's what happens with this war.
Here's Joe. Joe disagrees with you, I believe, Fez. Joe, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's up, Bellies?
Hey, buddy.
Ronnie, I agree with you 100%, man. I'm glad you guys finally brought it up. As taxpayers and as fucking U.S. citizens, we should be much more informed. Instead, society feels the fucking need to worry about, like, American fucking Idol, instead of what's going on with these fucking guys. These are all young kids, this is somebody's son. This is somebody's father over there, and all this other stuff. I agree with you 100%. Why doesn't society have an interest in it? I don't know. I think it's pretty fucked up.
It is. It absolutely is. And you know what? You came up with the perfect thing. People are locked into American Idol. Oh, did you see this? Did you see that? It's only going to get more as it goes on. They're going to be so interested in these kids, and they're going to even use words like he has the courage, or he stepped up, or he made it happen. There's these other kids, same age, going on the other side of the world for us, getting their shit blown up, and basically we don't care. And I don't care if you're on the fucking left right now or on the right. You're really not showing a lot of motivation for this.
I agree. And why aren't we seeing on the news, that coffin coming off a fucking plane with a fucking flag draped over it?
Right.
These guys are just as important, if not more important, than this one thing, than this news report. I mean, yeah.
Right.
God rest his soul, so be it. It also goes back to the point that Anthony was bringing up not so long ago, where if people who shoot a cop should get a stiffer penalty and so forth and so on. In other words, my point is, why is it more important for a cop, a cop killer or a cop shooter should get a stiffer penalty or something like that? It's a similar type.
Well, you know what? I'll give you a thing. Earl, who's the guy who wrote My Downtown and Forever?
Pete Hamill.
Pete Hamill had a line that was great. He said, it has been a staple of the news business for a long time, which means people want it. This is what people want, is murder, to read a story about murder at a good address. That has always been news. That's the interesting news. Murder in Beverly Hills as opposed to murder in East St. Louis. It's not saying one is more valuable than the other, but it's what the masses have always liked. Not even this generation, going all the way back since they started reporting news. And that one really fucking hit me, because it's just dead on. It's just dead on that brings people up, that more people got more entrenched, and I'm talking about the networks being caught up in the Peterson case than we have in any of these guys over there that dying for us. That we know more about Scott Peterson than any of the guys that are fighting for us in Iraq. And I fucking guarantee you now, either people turned off this show or they're thinking to themselves, get back to some dick jokes. You know what I mean? Do what you fucking guys normally do.
Yeah, remember the OJ case? It was always the lead was murder in Brentwood.
Yeah,
which is
it's a fucking great story. It's celebrity murder. Celebrity murder even takes you up higher than murder in a good neighborhood. Here's Danny. Danny, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, my brother-in-law got killed over there, and the Army didn't. They go through the Army. The press has to show, like, the coffin, but the media discounted my sister when they found out who it was. And that's the reason why they stopped doing it now. They don't show that stuff on TV for the family.
Well, you know what? I have no idea what that's like. But at some point, I mean, obviously, you don't bother family members. But at some point, you got to say this war belongs to all of us, every fucking person. And if somebody over there is dying, they're dying for you. And if you're against that, then you got to speak out against it. If you're for it, you got to support it 100%, not just every once in a while or by putting some sticker on your car.
Like, to me, like, when someone is lost in battle, they should get the ultimate honor. We should give them the ultimate, thank you, if anything, ultimate send-off. It's like a hero's, they're heroes.
Well, those families should be taken care of.
They should be treated as what they are. They are heroes who paid the ultimate sacrifice, and we collectively, individually and collectively, should give them their honor and give them their due. We kind of like not showing the bodies, coming home is to me like just kind of tossing them away.
Hey, Nick, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I was just calling that. I blame the media. I think they only show the negative side of the war. And I know there's not positive really that comes out of it. I lost a brother over there, and I had one that actually came back a couple years later. And they only focus on the downside. They don't even show nothing positive. But things like that happen where the families over there actually feed our troops and bring them into the house. And I know that stuff you don't hear about too often, but it does happen. And it sucks to say you support a war, but after, like I said, losing one family member, I support the whole thing. You know what? I mean, it's such a complicated thing that there should be millions of stories that you should be able to see all the time. You should see somebody who lost a house. You should see somebody who got their brother back because we went over there and he was let out of a prison. There's got to be, as far as negative and positive, and it's hard to even know which words to use, but there's got to be thousands of stories a day that either we're not watching or we're not seeing. And it's not just, you would think, well, with cable news, you got it 24 hours a day. Cable news, now you got two fucking guys screaming at each other. I don't give a fuck what the show is. Two fucking guys are sitting back here yelling at each other. You're not really getting news like we used to get. And again, that's because people would rather watch two guys screaming at each other and blame Clinton or Bush or whoever the fuck it's their job to blame. We'd rather see that than actually today's stories.
I'm always amazed as the death toll goes higher, the casualty count, how that becomes less and less of a story. Remember when they hit 100 dead in Iraq? And that was such a big deal. Then it went to 500 fairly quickly. And then people started talking about, if this thing hits 1,000, there's going to be outrage. I don't remember anyone talking about it hitting 2,000. And now it's gone way past that. That just goes away, and there's no outrage whatsoever.
I don't know why you need a zero number anyway to kind of perk your interest. Oh, there's a zero. It's time to pay back attention again. Here's Lee. Lee, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you, buddy?
Good. I maybe just not looking into it like you guys are, and everybody's got their little point, but 2,000 people dead, it's old hat in the news. It's they're looking for something different, something more exciting. It's a civilian, Would they get the same story if a 4-star general got the same, he got blown up in the truck? Would he get the same story as the news guy?
I can't believe they need to look for something exciting out of this.
I'm not saying it's exciting, but with Ron's point of 24-hour news, it's different. It's not just, we lost 30 today. And
you know what? I mean, we say it's different, but we're really not getting 24-hour news, even out of all these news networks.
No, it's watered down.
It's watered down. It's repeated. It's rehashed, and most of the time, it's two guys yelling at each other.
Well, that's my point. It's something, lack of a better term, new.
And here's what kills me: if it's on one station, it's on the other. It's not like you're getting new, different viewpoints. To me, everyone blames Fox News because they're so blunt with it. But I believe they're all fucking just a pack mentality. All the corporate news organizations right now. I kind of feel like I'm seeing the same story wherever the hell I'm going.
Like CNN, I used to love the Situation Room because, like, during Katrina, it was excellent because you saw all these different viewpoints, all these different vantage points. And now the Situation Room has evolved, like you said, to a bunch of talking heads screaming at each other.
Yeah, it's no longer about news. And you know what? I mean, we're so fucking far away from it now. Here's Jerry. Jerry, you're on Ron and Fez. How you
Hey,
doing,
Ron.
buddy? Yeah.
Hey, I've got a 17-year-old son that is, he wants to join the Marine Corps. He's had friends from school go into the Marines. He's had friends from school wounded. And, you know, I don't know what to tell him because how can I tell him that not to go? And I mean, I'm scared to death for him because people are dying all the time. How do you tell him not to go? You know, is my son more important than...
Oh, man, we lost you, bro. Yeah, that's a tough one, Fezzy. What would you do if it's your family?
I would tell him not to go.
Because?
Because he'd get killed over there.
World War II, would you tell him not to go? I mean, he'd have a better chance of being killed in World War II.
World War II, I would have believed in the war, probably, I would imagine. And so I probably would have been really upset, but let him make that decision to go.
I've never heard anyone trying to talk their kid out of going into World War II. What do you got, Earl?
No, my brother was a Gulf War I veteran, and now my nephews are of age where they're starting to think about military service, and he said, you join the Army or any branch of the military because I will shoot you myself. Do not go into the Army.
Is that right?
Yeah, he is.
So anti now?
He is incredibly anti now. He felt duped and used during the first Gulf War. He's bitter about it, very bitter about it.
Here's Mark. Mark, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey guys, this some of the stuff. I know a bunch of people that are over there right now, and it's tough, like seeing some of the things that's going on. But as far as showing the coverage on TV and stuff, I think they should. If you remember, after September 11th, shortly thereafter, they didn't want to show the planes going into the buildings and those people jumping off the roofs and stuff like that, just because people apparently didn't want to see it. But forget about it when you don't see it.
Mark, they still show those things. They still show that video to this day.
And I think I should. I think it's on the same plane. But you don't think about it as much as you used to. Obviously, it's further away now. But at the same token, it keeps it fresh in your mind. You want to know what's going over there. With the Sheehan woman, she's trying to get the word out. And it's good to know what's going on over there.
Well, it's very funny with the Sheehan woman. Either people put her as a saint or people put her as a crazy woman and a disgrace. No one just sees her as this mom who's just kind of freaking out and just fucking running from one thing to the next, But I really don't see her as a saint or a traitor. She's definitely somewhere in between.
She's just looking for answers, as far as I'm concerned.
I don't see where she's a threat.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. I mean, like,
or an answer herself. You know what I mean? I don't feel like all the wisdom in the world is with this woman. I just see this kind of freaked out, suffering mom. And I don't see her as the enemy. At the same time, I don't feel like she's bringing a great deal of wisdom to this thing. It's just basically she's just showing some of the pain from this whole deal.
I think she just represents that lingering question that's always out there about this whole deal, and she's just trying to find answers. They're trying to paint her as some factors are trying to paint her as a crazy woman,
right?
But
again, other people are trying to set her up as if she's bringing wisdom, and I don't know if that's as true either. Hey, Joe, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies, what's going on?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I think we're missing the big picture here, though. I mean, we went over to this country because they had nuclear arms or whatever. We didn't find shit. We knocked down a big statue of the guy. Now, why are we still there? Pull out our troops, drop a bomb. I mean, it's got to be is that simple.
Why are we dropping, Joe? Why are we dropping the bomb?
Every day we're losing troops. Why lose troops? Just drop one bomb, Hiroshima. Here we go all over again, and get rid of them.
But don't you realize that they say that we're over there to free those people?
What are those people doing for us? What do they do for us? Absolutely nothing. Why are we the police officers of the world? Put up the barbed wire fence, put the no vacancy sign in the Statue of Liberty, and be done with everybody. You want to screw with us? Then we'll blow you up. Boom, that's it. It's over.
The odd thing is, this is...
Lives.
All right, so your idea now is America is the bad neighbor. Kind of interesting. America is that crazy neighbor down the street where he's not going to come out of his house, but you better not go into his yard.
Yeah, don't screw up. You throw the football in the yard, you ain't getting it back.
All right, the gooch.
And we're popping it.
We are the gooch. We'll go out, we'll put a fork in it and throw it back to you. Here you go. Here's your football. All right, thank you very much, Joe. I don't know if I want to be the crazy neighbor down the street.
That was President Bush's big thing last night, isolationism, and we can't afford it.
I like the fact that he said this, Fez, and maybe you could quote it for me because I only picked it up a little bit, but about second guessers. What exactly did he have to say?
Yeah, he said that defeatism is not a strategy in this war, and hindsight is second guessing, and hindsight is not going to help us win this.
Well, here's the thing. Hindsight, well, first of all, for me, I first guessed. So don't fucking count me in as part of the second guessers. But second guessing is what you do when the first guess fucks up. We do it in football. When you watch a football game, the entire country wants to sit down and talk about what should have happened on Monday. And it's not considered anti your team. Why is it, well, you're not, that no one, they're saying, well, the advice that we got going into this, the surveillance we had didn't work out. How come there's not a fall guy on any of that? How come nobody has stood up and been the fucking fall guy? You would expect it in football.
Yeah, no one. Not even George Tenet. He got to resign because he was going to go spend time with his kid before he went to college.
Here is Dave. Dave, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Yeah.
My son's over there now. But that's not the point I wanted to bring up. When we were growing up, I assume you guys are about the same age. I'm 50 years old. And when we were growing up, we watched the evening news with Cronkite and, Huntley Brinkley. We watched it every night. I mean, it didn't do anything to us. It just brought us the news from the front, so to speak. And, I don't think that the news people think that we are all that intelligent now that we can't handle it.
I do not understand the whole deal anyway. Yeah. I don't know. And again, I might side with Fez here and just blame us by not being more demanding, not acting like we really want this stuff. That it's a little easier to hear people just say simple answers to you over and over and over rather than have a complicated question that maybe you don't have the answer to that day or a week from now or a month from now. But it doesn't mean you don't stop working on it.
Yeah, it's much easier to listen to the State of the Union last night and hear things like, we will not fail. And we will defend freedom in this world. And, those little sound bites, that sound great if you're Superman or Captain America.
But again, there are a certain amount of the country that goes, okay. I mean, they're not going to do that if that speech doesn't work to a certain extent. And they know they're not going to get everybody. But they are going to get a big part of the Walmart nation who's going to go, yeah. It's simple question, just like hearing the word, simple answer is like hearing sale and not worrying about how come or why it wasn't on sale before, just following along. All right, Dave, best of luck to you, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
Best of luck to your son. Here's another Dave. Dave, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
I think what Bush has done is he's polarized the country so much, kind of like you were saying, where if you ask a question, you're soft on terror or you're a communist or you're a pussy, where we're not even allowed to question or we're the enemy.
Yeah, and quite frankly, the media gets accused of that as much as anybody. The media gets accused of that. People, when we were talking about Nightline, that show's been around for a lot of years, and no one thought it was some leftist communist show. And then they get accused of that by showing the guys who died for this country. It's fucking scary shit to me.
Right, and showing them actually is giving us information. We're getting fed as much as they want to feed us, and then you better not ask a question or you're the enemy.
All right, thank you, brother.
You got it. Bye-bye.
I don't know, Fuzzy. Strange days indeed. Strange days.
Most peculiar.
866-RUN-0-FEZ, 866-RUN-0-FEZ. Greg, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, I just had to disagree with Fez Marie. He mentioned that back in World War II he would have supported like a relative going off to World War II, but in this day and age, he wouldn't support that. My question is, Fezzi, what is the difference? I mean, we were attacked in Pearl Harbor back then.
Right.
We went right after those guys. 2001, we were attacked by terrorists. We go right after those guys.
Right.
Obviously, there are issues going into Iraq. I mean, there's questions, there's problems with that. The bottom line is, though, we're trying to protect and preserve this country from terrorists and terrorism and people that are trying to harm this country. So what would the difference be between supporting a person back then and now?
The difference would be, what in the world did you have that you just said has to do with Iraq? Iraq turned out to be no threat to us whatsoever. We found out that Osama bin Laden wasn't even allowed in Iraq. Saddam refused to meet with Osama bin Laden. We found all that out. So the difference is whether I believe the cause of the war is just.
But Fez, that country harbors and supports terrorists. That country is
not until we went in there. Oh man, they all went out.
Why are we losing the phone lines again, Earl? Why are we losing the phone lines? They fucking blow up on us every time we have a question. Fez, and let me defend Fez here to the last caller for a second. Fez did support the post 9/11 stuff. Fez also supported the war in Iraq.
Totally.
He supported it from the beginning. So he's not the same as me. From the beginning, my fucking red flags went up and said, I don't get it. Fez believed in the president of 100% from the beginning on the war in Iraq. His disappointment came long after the excuses started coming. That's all.
Yeah,
So-
my disappointment started when they thought we found the WMD, and it turned out to be some rusted old missile canisters sitting out there buried in the fucking dirt. And I said, this was it? This is Colin Powell's satellite photos?
What if that hit you in the eye? What if someone threw it and it hit you right in the eye? I don't think you'd be talking about it then. You know what you'd be doing? You'd lose an eye, my friend.
There'd be a war on tetanus.
Yeah. So, again, just to defend Fez, he doesn't have the same feelings about the war as he did 3 years ago.
Yeah, totally disappointed. Disappointed in the president. I thought after 9/11 we would get someone just totally leading us. Someone that would unify this country and the world. And we would maybe somehow stop terrorism. Because we had every country on our side. We had everyone with us. And I really thought, as horrible and horrific as 9/11 was, maybe some good could come out of it. Maybe some things, constructed could happen. And it didn't work. It didn't happen.
Earl, what happens with those phones every time we're in a good conversation?
There's just an overload. It jams and then poof, they're gone.
I don't understand that. I don't get it, buddy.
Neither do I.
Is it because I'm white that I don't get it?
No, not at all.
Is this the first time it's me and you, shoulder to shoulder, up against the man? Actually, I got an email from Wiki today. It says he's working on it. And your business cards are just 2 short weeks away.
I got that, too.
Another half month.
They're really trying to figure out how to spell Earl.
Well, it's they figure business cards, as you know, they're 4.5 months. We're having each business card will be hand-painted. One after another.
Oh, that's too fancy for us.
No. We need it.
Each one's an original.
Bam, 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 bam. Nick, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, the reason why I think we're in Iraq is because Iran's our next biggest threat, and I think Bush knows about that, and he wants to take the advantage of taking over Iraq to invade Iran next, because they've got all the big, huge bombs that everybody knows about.
You are the winner. Thank you very much, Nick.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. We'll be playing again tomorrow.
In Iran.
Well, Fez, we went over everything today. Hypnosis. We had some intern problems from O&A's show that spilled into our studio. And then luckily, you and I have solved the world problems in less than an hour. We've brought peace to a part of the world we never thought it would have.
We do what we have to do.
I like the fact we're talking about intelligence. Gandhi said that we really didn't see it coming that Palestine would have voted Hamas. That one was a shocker.
That one was weird last night in the State of the Union, where we support democracies. They're just not always going to vote the way we hope.
Then we don't support them too much. All right, folks. We come back tomorrow. Fez will teach you how to raise your children. You get it all here. The Ron and Fez Show. See ya!
Ron and Fez, XM 202.